Hey everyone, welcome to the Unity Gaming Podcast, episode 72. It is Wednesday, July 3rd, 2013. I'm Dan.
I'm Somppi.
I'm Riccio.
I'm Kumar.
That's what you guys get.
There?
I'm actually Riccio.
Riccio, you're supposed to go second, so
didn't
that's why there
realize.
was a weird delay. And Devin brought it home. He was on the ball and went, Riccion's not saying anything.
Well,
I gotta take this moment.
And I will seize it as my own, as Jason Statham would.
And Kumar's always last, so...
So
I
am
know-
the cause
it's only
of
I'm
this
first.
ridiculous shenanigans?
I thought it would like continue clockwise, and I was usually first. It just would have.
we're not sitting in any
I
sort
will-
of
I will-
clockwise manner.
Bust out of this chair with a flying knee, and I'll knee you, Riccio.
That's weird. I think I saw a wiener. All right.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know.
Yeah, seriously.
It's been a good week.
Video
It's
games.
been a good week.
Actually, okay, no. Before
Has
we
it
do
been?
that, do you find smiling to be awkward? I find smiling
my
with
God.
teeth. I feel like I'm baring my teeth.
I'm
at
actually
someone.
I'm actually really curious as to where
everyone's
your,
got, like,
your
a
reasoning is
natural-
coming from.
Everyone's got a natural smile. Like mine's kind of like a side grin thing. I don't actually show that much of my teeth.
Mine is just like a smile with my mouth. My mouth is usually closed.
This is
Because
my
when
smile.
When I realize that my mouth is open, I have this kind of like, oh no, my gums are showing. Oh, no. And then I get like really
Do you like
self-conscious.
bare your teeth? It's like
No,
it's weird. Like
because it's always.
oh yeah, it is only your gums.
I'm like, oh great, you guys can just see
you're
my gums.
toothless.
But it's weird. I have to smile with my mouth closed mouth.
I'm not trying to make a smile when I smile. Like I'm not trying to like look at my straight teeth. Like it's Kumar's not here to weigh in on this.
Kumar, show
Kumar,
us your
what
teeth.
is your teeth like?
Oh, marvelous.
I've been smiling the whole time.
Wonderful. Do you do like a lip like smile, or you're like showing teeth?
I show teeth.
You show teeth?
But are they the center of the smile or is
I
it?
show my teeth, yo. Yeah, they're usually the center of my smile.
I find that to be like awkward. I find smiling and showing teeth to be weird.
We've seen
Apparently
plenty of
it's
like
a sign
professional
of,
pictures
weakness.
of Kumar, like
Yeah,
in
where
a
he's
suit
like-
and stuff, and yeah, he's got a classy smile.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a CEO smile.
Wow.
It's
I'm
deceptive
flattered.
and filled with lies.
I think the closest. Why did I imagine like bees coming out of his mouth for some reason?
This CEO is smiling. You guys better have worn your bug repellent.
I think the only semi okay smile is if I have my mouth open so that my lip stretches down and covers my gums. So like,
Do you have a weird like? Yeah, all right.
it's
I don't know. This is like
I think your natural smile is the face you make when you're laughing.
this
I
is
think that's
yeah.
what
I
it
think
is.
I think that's a natural smile because
bent at a.
this kind of smile.
I like that you're making that face, and I'm pretty sure the way you tilted your head, it was totally covered by your pop screen.
That's how I laugh. Just,
You're Max
please-
Payne.
Yo, right there. What the hell is going on?
Please excuse us, audio listeners, for
Okay.
this very visual portion of the podcast.
I actually don't want to see the visuals.
Hey everybody.
You definitely don't want to see the visuals. What have you guys been doing this week? Guys,
Guys,
doing?
guys.
Muramasa the Demon's Blade. That's what
I
it's called,
hear-
I
right?
heard that game's poop.
Heard your poop.
Blush.
So much hostility.
Yo, Dan, I will like flying elbow bow you.
I'll fucking block it because I'm on the ball today.
Are you
Like,
on the ball? Okay. I think we're just
in
spouting
work,
random
just dodging people walking through cubicles? You know, like haven't dropped anything. You've just crazy matrix skills today.
Yeah,
Oh, great! That's wonderful.
on the ball.
shit. Is that how they invented the matrix dodge? Somebody slipped on the like a ball and they're like, "Oh shit!"
I can see that actually.
Slowed it down. They're like, "Oh, that's cool."
We'll take two of those actually. Can you do that twice?
Oh, I just happen to have this.
Where he's
200
going to do it once in the first movie, and then we're going to call back to it when he does it again in the third movie. I
Yeah.
actually don't know if he did it in the third movie.
I
Somebody,
don't know. I
somebody
didn't
put, like,
watch. I didn't like the third movie, so
Could you imagine if what are they called? The what brothers? The now it's not really brothers, but
Wachowski?
the Wachowski,
Pretty sure that's
Wachowski,
it.
or whatever.
Wachowski?
But one of them, they were just pranking each other. Like, I'm gonna put a ball on the ground and I'm gonna point this random 240 frames a second camera directly at it. Oh shit, that looked really cool! And then they made a movie out of it.
Actually, a buddy of mine did that to his brother. He had his dad works in military surveillance,
Yeah.
and he had a 400 frame per second camera sitting in their living room.
Oh god.
oh wow.
I don't know why, and I'm not even supposed to know why, but
Okay.
his brother turns
know-
that
you
thing
know
on
too
and
much.
sets it up on a table.
Okay.
And my buddy comes walking through, and he just gets slapped as hard as he possibly can.
Oh my god.
I feel like that would be a great investment for us.
It was actually hilarious because we watched it back, and all of us were just dying laughing.
See the moment of impact.
Was it literally like a just out of nowhere slap? Like it
Yeah,
was just
like,
like,
he
hey
called
man,
him
how's
over.
it?
Yeah,
Didn't
he called him over, and then he was gonna show him. Like he's like, man, I gotta show you something. Like I don't know what's going on. And he brings him over, and he actually like slowly moved him into the perfect frame of the camera itself. And then he just wailed on his face as hard as he could.
This is where Kumar then like hits us with the bomb of like, my buddy's Johnny Knoxville. It's like, oh, oh! That'd be crazy. Is it?
Is it John
Is
Knoxville?
it Johnny Knoxville?
The guy from Jackass?
Yeah.
Oh,
I guess that answers that.
Kumar, who do you not know?
Is that who you were
Yes, that
trying
was,
to?
Y-
Okay.
Yes.
It's not. Anyway, okay.
Johnny-
Muramasa the Demon's Blade for the PlayStation Vita.
What you think?
I've been playing some of that. I like it. So far, I've been kind of breezing through that game. Bosses
What's that like,
and like the challenge rooms, no trouble at all.
Legend or chaos? Difficulty mode.
The one on the left.
Legend.
Sure.
Y'all are poop.
I've recognized that I have to reselect it every single time I start the
that's true.
game, but
true.
I still don't
That's
remember
because they
which
let
one it is.
you they let you jump back and forth between the two of them if you want.
Yeah.
That's not
That
bad.
game's good. I don't actually know how long it is. I'm about to do the fourth boss, so
How many
of
bosses
the-
are
Do
there?
you want me to tell you how long it took me to beat it?
I want you to tell me how many bosses there are.
That I actually don't remember
Well,
because there
then I don't want to hear anything.
I believe there's
are
like
different.
6 or 7
I will tell you
acts.
this though: you can go. There's alternate paths, from what I understand, and I didn't get to go through any of them, so I don't really know how they affect things. But I've heard that they'll change who you fight and when you fight them.
If there are alternate paths, they're very well integrated into gameplay because I haven't noticed them.
That's kind of how I felt. So
They will
hit
open
those
up.
things.
It'll tell you like, hey, you can go to this location, and there's like left or right way to go, and then you'll. At least where I'm at, it started doing that. And I'm like, well, I don't
Really,
know
that
which way to.
dude's story. Maybe I just haven't been paying attention to arrows or something. It's just been critical path. Go, and I've tried to explore the areas as best I can before I hit the boss of that area.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, shit.
I will say that there are certain bosses on Chaos mode that are just so goddamn frustrating. It's unreal.
The second boss of the
God,
guys-
Kumar, what's happening?
Are you rubbing the mic across your like bearded face slowly?
Potato chips.
No, what happened?
Oh, it just started going like. Now we're calling attention to it, doesn't matter.
Hang on.
Muramasa. No, it stopped. It's a word.
the
The
sec-
funny thing is that it probably was actually brushing up against the side of my face.
Your
Manliness.
bearded, beautiful face.
I haven't shaved in 3 days, man. I look like fucking Osama. It's terrible.
What?
Okay then.
The second boss on the guy's path of Muramasa is
Sure.
a little weird.
Okay.
It doesn't seem like really a boss. Do you know
Who
the one
was
I'm
it
talking
again?
about? Kumar?
Oh, I was looking at it.
Who was it again? You can say it. I think we've all.
It's not. No, we haven't. It's just me and you because Riccio's playing on the.
I'm playing
girls'
as the
path.
lady.
Yeah, that's true. I
And I
don't
don't-
remember because I actually. So I finished Kasuke's story first, and then today
Bless you.
I finished Momohite's. So I am kind of blurred as to whose boss fight was in whose story.
It's the second boss fight of Kasuke's is the worms.
Oh yeah. The centipede thing.
Yeah, isn't
it
that
a-
really weird as a boss?
Yeah.
Because it's not even really that hard. It's just like this
Actually,
is taking
Riccio,
fucking
I was on the
forever.
phone with you when I did that the first time. You remember I was like, okay, so I'm at a 700 hit combo, and this thing isn't dying.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah, I remember you talking about that. Yeah.
It's just like long and tedious and weird
How come you were on the phone with us? I only reach you.
Well,
because they
I
actually
think it was
actively
late.
use Skype and
Yeah.
we don't.
no, he actually called me. I don't remember why.
Because Kumar actually calls. Kumar uses a phone as a phone is why.
That's weird.
He calls me just to leave voicemails. I still haven't set up my voicemail though, so he
Neither have
No,
I.
it kills me. It makes me so sad every time.
Should
He
really
calls
do
at
that.
times when he knows I won't pick up.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna start doing that.
Just
to
in
you.
hopes of being able to leave him the most useless and nonsensical voicemail possible.
I really want to start doing that to Kumar.
I just people are in the chat are asking why I'm doing weird faces because a game that's supposed to come out Friday just randomly just released on Steam right now. Dark. Just wanted to say that. I was doing a weird like what the fuck? And people were like, what's going on? Figured I should explain that. I'm sorry.
Is the game actually called Dark?
It's
Yeah, it's called
actually
Dark.
Riccio popped up.
That's
in my-
that's the game about vampires that
There was
That
yeah.
he inadvertently made a pun
pun.
about?
Yeah.
There was two faces. There was one for, oh my god, it's out, and then the other one was, oh my god, it's only 3 gigs.
Oh, really? That's it?
Yeah.
Wow.
There was
So
too
if
shocking.
this podcast starts looking all choppy, it's because Riccio couldn't wait to download Dark, apparently.
Yeah. No, it's fine.
So I'm going to blame Riccio for all the troubles.
Don't
in the
blame
world.
Riccio. Blame...
Kumar.
Yeah. Done. So Muramasa, I haven't actually played much of it, that much of it.
Well, how many bosses have you fought on the Girls Path? I know you had trouble with the second one you were talking about.
Yeah, I want to say I've done 3 of them.
Okay.
And I think directly after the 3rd one. And that's where it's kind of giving me my first, like, hey, you should go to this city. You can either go left or right. That's where...
Maybe there was something on mine.
Well-
But when I looked at the map, there was only one flashing thing.
Yeah.
So
The thing is, on mine, it was like, if I go left, like, both of them were because you unlock barriers every time you defeat a boss, and both of them were yellow, and both of them led to that same place, except for, I don't know, like, you're supposed to go the right side way, but I think if you go the left, maybe it'll randomly have, like, a barrier in the other world, but it'll just be like, you can't come here, what are you doing here? But I didn't go. I'll go on the correct path.
I just unlocked, I guess it's yellow barriers is what I was able to break. But I didn't go back to the old worlds and look if there's yellow barriers blocking anything.
Yellow barrier sounds like a horrible type of hornet.
Like a yellow jacket?
barrier.
Yeah, but, like, worse. Like, it, like, buries into your skin and then creates your skin to,
Oh,
like,
like
this weird
a yellow
hard
barrier.
husk. Yeah.
Okay,
And it
when you said yellow
stays there.
barrier, I just pictured instead of like a wasp nest, I just pictured it like filling a doorway with that like fat, like that weird paper material.
The
they
way
make
that
it.
a wasp's
Yeah,
nest
yeah,
looks,
but it just
yeah.
fills a whole like a whole door.
You know what? The way you
So you just open your door and it's just wasps.
Yeah,
the way
it's
you-
just hundreds of wasps.
the way you ended that sentence, you just said a door like fat. You said, like, imagine if you just open a doorway and just fat was like, you'd be like, oh, like, what would you do?
I cry.
I'd actually lay
And then I
down.
wonder whose fat is this?
Oh yeah,
That's gross.
that'd be disgusting. We could slide around in some pretty cool.
I
pretty
feel
cool
like
places.
if Kumar lived not in the middle of nowhere, I would play some crazy pranks on him.
You
Orleans
get
is
pranked
the middle
right
of
back
nowhere.
really hard. I hope you know that.
it'd be good.
This is if you want me to turn you into a martyr, I had absolutely no problem doing
If
so,
you
my
want to be
friend.
Jeff number 2, and
Oh my
Jeff
goodness.
gave up.
So
he
if
moved
you
to
would-
another
you would open
city.
A can of worms you would have absolutely no hope in being able to control. I would destroy you so bad.
Really?
I've been pranking for so many more years than you, my friend. And I've been pranked by people who have absolutely no boundaries.
I have very few boundaries. I'm not gonna lie to you, Kumar.
I think this is the start of something wonderful, Riccio.
I'm terrified.
You don't have to be.
I don't like the
Riccio
word
ends up getting
boundaries.
caught in the crossfire just because.
Because
Stop, you
we're
guys.
at his house the most, so
We end up agreeing to partner and just start smashing all of Riccio's shit.
No.
yo, I think we should do that.
I have boundaries,
That just makes it all the much better.
and I have yellow barriers.
Oh god, okay. I just looked at that picture.
Which picture?
I'm sorry, audio listeners, again. There's a
Oh.
picture in the chat.
If you guys want on the YouTube version to copy out that link word by word, oh, fucking hell! It's
Is it a giant's wasp
It's a
nest?
giant wasp nest. It's about the size of
A door?
a person in the fetal position in the corner of a room.
If I
That's
opened a door
freaky
and
as
saw
hell.
that, I would shit my pants.
Yeah,
I would just close my door and go, looks like I'm not going outside.
and then Kumar would just peer through the window and go Buzzinga, Buzz.
Inga.
Thank you.
We got it, Riccio.
Oh man, that'd be a perfect segue into Zynga's got Don Matrick. Anyway,
Zynga got
News!
Zynga
Zynga bought Don Matrick from Microsoft.
They own him now.
Actually, wasn't he planning on leaving anyways?
yeah, he apparently there was some restructuring going on at
Well,
Microsoft.
there is going to be
So he's
big
leaving
restructuring, so he's
before.
leaving before that.
because they were not going to give him a higher position apparently. So he's like, oh well, I'm gonna jump ship, or something along those lines.
Loyalty.
And go be the hated face of Zynga. Because
Or he
people
could-
are
Yeah, it
already
seems,
kind of
seems like a little bit of a weird.
Microsoft stuff. He's like the face
chain.
of that.
Oh, he
And
was
now
the
he's
face
going to go
of that.
frontman Zynga.
There's been a lot of random background info that I've learned about Don Matrick recently because of that stuff.
Like what?
How apparently he started like a game company at the age of like 17 and then sold it for like multi-millions by the like age of 20 and then owns like a house in like Ferraris by that point.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
doesn't he have like 8
And then-
Ferraris or something like that?
Yeah, and I was like, holy fuck, man, that guy knows his shit. It's
Or
just
at least used to know his shit.
I think he
Yeah,
still
I
does.
can't believe he decided to jump ship to
No.
Zynga.
I think he does know his shit. Maybe it's just like in front of cameras and stuff.
he
He's
is
not the greatest.
he is a CEO now.
Yeah.
is what
He's
it is.
a
He's
CEO
like a
of Zynga.
traveling CEO.
Oh, okay.
But you know what I
he
mean?
used to be with EA, didn't he?
yeah, I thought he was.
But what I mean is, I think he's better, kind of like in the background, instead of like being the person talking.
The front man, he's
Yeah.
not good at PR.
But the thing is, now that he's gonna be CEO, maybe he's gonna have to do a lot more talking, and I don't know how that's gonna work out for him.
Well, I mean, it's stuff like
Yeah.
people gave a lot of shit to John Riccatello, the guy who used to run EA.
Yeah,
But he made stuff like Mirror's Edge and Dead Space and stuff happen.
Yeah.
that is true.
Like, he tried a lot of weird things, but also EA is apparently the most hated company in America. So
That's so
Yep.
weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think their PR is a little off on EA's kind of. Their mission statement is weird. That makes sense.
What?
I'm trying to use the correct terminology, or else Kumar will hate me.
I would not.
I feel like the how people view that company is really awkward and really weird, and it's not actually what the company is.
Doesn't matter.
He's doing-
Battlefront, Mirror's Edge 2. Okay, fine then.
they already made Battlefront 2.
I know. Battlefront
Battlefront
Star Wars.
Mirrors?
Battlefront's Edge.
Richie, were you stoked for Mirror's Edge 2?
Yeah,
He was. I feel like reading his text messages when they announced
that was
it
pretty
was-
amazing.
He was weeping. I feel like.
I can't wait to beat it in like an hour.
How are you gonna feel if they tell you that it's actually impossible?
No, it's the open world, so I doubt it'll be possible. Unless it'll be
The finish
coolest-
is just one block over, but like you have to run around.
Yeah,
the
you have
whole
to
world.
figure out the most complicated, like jumping and wall running tactics
it's
to get over there. But you can
legitimately,
just go like over there right at the beginning of the game,
Yeah, it's just like, hey, look, there's a tower there.
like in Soul Sacrifice, how you can fight the final boss anytime. They just let you do it.
Yep,
And you do it, and you fucked up.
it's a
That's it.
dumpster.
Reload your save.
Yeah,
it's a
you
green
wrecked your whole face.
dumpster in Mirror's Edge, and
That's the final boss?
That's your final boss. You have to climb it.
No, it'd have to be a red dumpster. It'd have to just glow red.
No, that's why it's the boss.
That's why it's the boss. It's green. It's a special dumpster.
No, they can't put green. They can't put green. No. Okay. That'd ruin everything. No.
There's green in that game.
Anywho,
There's green in that game in the trailer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. There's that actually that green
Tiles on
building
the
looked
floor.
real good. Yeah. Anyways, what have you guys been playing other than Muramasa?
Don't.
I'll take this chance to extend my most humblest thanks.
So I play Baldur's
and-
No, dude, joking.
What?
What did you just say?
I said I play Baldur's Gate. I
Oh.
wanted to cut him off.
I heard boners. I was like, what the fuck?
That's actually what I heard. And I was like,
Okay.
what the hell is this guy talking
I'm
about?
glad I'm not alone here.
No. Go ahead, Kumar. Sorry.
Seriously, if I was alone with you, Devin, I don't want to hear that shit being yelled. Go on.
MCP has graciously gifted me
Oh, yeah. He gave us a
Skyrim
bunch of stuff.
this week.
Yeah.
He
The Legendary
showered us-
Edition.
He showered us with gifts this week. So the guy goes ahead and randomly just gives me Skyrim, the Legendary Edition. So I guess it's got all the DLC in it.
Yep.
Correct.
I'm about 2 hours in. He asked if I could cast that. It's the first time that I'd be playing it on my own from the beginning, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I played it for. I told myself I was only going to play it for like 10 minutes just to kind of optimize it and get it running properly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that lasted for 2 hours. I'll do it
That
again.
Does
I
it
don't
feel
mind.
optimized?
It works well.
Was it just your character creation that you were doing?
It was that, and then I kind of got hooked and started actually playing it.
Where are you right now?
Like I just got to some like village, like shortly right
White
after
Run?
the beginning.
Yeah, so you're right out of the
It's like right at the
tutorial.
beginning. Like
Yeah.
I'd have absolutely no problem restarting, kind of thing.
So Kumar, I'm gonna tell you how I played that game.
Didn't you just start modding it and then you got lost in like?
No,
really.
this is like the podcast one.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
podcast 1. So what I ended up doing was I ended up getting distracted by every little thing that appeared on the map.
Okay.
So I haven't even like finished halfway through the main story quest, but I am so overpowered and just like beefed up beyond belief that nothing can take me out now. So
Is
I
it because you've done everything? Like you've just
I've
done all the side
explored
quests
I've
and
explored
stuff?
every cave. I've
That's
swam.
a tall order. I think you've explored most caves.
Okay, probably. I have the whole map is covered in icons that are completely
Jeez.
explored now, and I've gotten a whole bunch of like crazy items that you shouldn't really have until like later on in the game.
Yep.
And I stumbled upon a whole bunch of like crazy quests that you're not technically supposed to find until you hit the story beat that's around them. I swam to the bottom of the ocean just because I wanted to see what it was like. I killed myself at the bottom of the ocean a couple of times. You know.
Why did you go back?
Because sometimes there's chests.
Yeah,
under it,
exactly. Gotta
Well,
go
the
for the-
chest
I don't know
down
why
there-
he'd be looting chests.
The
He
only
really doesn't
chest
need anything.
down there, Devin, is your caved-in chest.
Because it
pretty
got
good.
caved in from the pressure. It's because you're so.
I
deep
thought
in
it
the
was
water.
because Riccio stole my heart.
What?
No, but that ocean took your breath away.
Was it nautical
It
themed?
assaulted you.
Devin, how many hours do you think you've put into Skyrim total across all characters? Do you have only the one character really
No, I've got one main character that's just
that
kind of
has all that
has all that crazy
stuff
stuff on, and then I started about 7 or 8 other characters.
Just with
that
like
I-
a couple hours
Jeez.
each.
yeah, a couple hours each in them.
Was that just because kind of thing?
Yeah, well, I wanted to try out what a mage was like, and I wanted to try and not steal everything that wasn't nailed down in one character.
Okay.
um,
You wanted to try and be nice.
yeah, I wanted to try and be nice, and then there was another character where I decided I would slaughter whole villages and just see how that went.
Devin, hour count, please.
Oh, man.
Realistically, I probably close to 250, but Steam only has me clocked at
Jeez.
like 40 or something like that because I
Liz has about 700
That's
holy
crazy.
shit.
I wish
across like 3 or 4 characters.
I wish I could do that with that game.
I also
But I hate it so much.
I also
She's
started.
played all the DLC and stuff. As
Yeah,
well,
okay.
'cause,
See, I don't have any of the DLC. I've been playing like vanilla Skyrim, and then I started getting into the mod world.
that
of
new
things.
that new Dragonborn DLC is
real good.
apparently something else from what she tells me.
Maybe I'll pick it up. As well as I also started like modding and getting crazy deep into the mods of that, and then I also just, found a multiplayer mod that I got working. So my roommate and I have been playing Skyrim together and like running around and stuff. It's pretty buggy, but it's pretty awesome at the same time.
And as we said before, when you first started up Skyrim, Kumar, avoid the
Yep.
mods until you are otherwise done with that game.
Yes, that's what I did, and it's definitely great. And if you want to play it right, don't steal everything that's not nailed down.
Yeah, I actually restarted at a checkpoint because I thought you could pick something up. Because if you go into a shop, you can pick up a book and you can look at it and put it back.
Yeah.
But you can't do that with certain other things.
Nope.
Well, it's
So
the hand
like I
is
grabbed
red
a
or whatever.
mace
isn't it?
off the shelf or something,
Or
and everyone just flipped their shit.
the writing is red if you're not allowed to pick it up. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
The problem that I ended up doing was I ended up picking up like an iron bar outside of a blacksmith's place, and he walked out and went like, "What are you doing?" and tried to get a guard, so I had to kill him, and then ended up
Wow.
having to kill the whole
I had
village.
to kill him.
Well,
So-
I didn't want to get the bounty. I had to kill. I also had to kill every chicken because for some reason the bounty doesn't go away if there's a chicken staring at you.
I feel like they purposefully have not patched that out.
It's phenomenal. It's great. So
Assuming it is still in there.
I spent 2 hours trying to run around and chase around chickens once.
It's
trying
like
to kill them.
horses can. Is it count as witnesses too?
Yep, horses count as witnesses.
I don't know if they patched it yet.
Trolls will launch you straight up into the air, which
Yeah.
is pretty awesome.
Well, no, giants.
Sorry, giants. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I definitely watched my partner get shot up in the air and come back down. I looted her corpse.
Nice.
It has been a while since I played that game.
It's a good game.
I still hate that game.
I can
Why do
remember.
you hate it, Riccio?
I can remember.
I don't know.
Riccio playing Space Marines and me playing Skyrim.
Yeah,
but we
Space
were
Marines.
sharing the screens to
Yeah.
each other so we could watch
Just
how
this
they,
blurry fucking mess. Like, oh yeah, that looked kind of cool. You see my explosion? Yeah, I saw those weird colors changing pixels. Fuck yeah.
Yep, that was real good. It's a good game. What do you like most about it so far, Kumar?
It's the scale is craziness. So I played it. I shouldn't say I played it, but rather I watched a buddy of mine play it on the 360 a little while back, and I shouldn't say I even watched him play it. I watched him play certain portions of it and do like a couple of missions here and there, but they were more secluded. So like he was in caves, and I think at one point like he was in some weird like tavern or whatever. So he was doing his thing in more of like the closed off areas. And the very, very first thing you see when you kind of pop out of the initial intro of that is just this crazy mountain range. So, I mean, I sat here and I didn't know at all that it was that massive. So I'm looking forward to, I like the exploration side of it, like where you can just take your time and do whatever the hell you want.
Well, yeah, you can kind of just like
Mosey
ignore
around.
the main quest. You
Like I
can
did.
ignore all your quests. You can just walk around and do everything.
Like I did.
Apparently Devin
Yeah.
did. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I figure I have a feeling, I have a strong suspicion rather than I'm going to get completely lost in that game.
You really do.
So-
The best.
You can
is-
always critical path to one of the quests though. Like
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
puts the marker back on screen. You can fast travel. It's
The best is when you get.
Did you ever play Oblivion, Kumar?
No, this is my first exposure.
Oh,
This is
really?
your first Elder Scrolls game.
Oblivion was real good.
Yes,
though.
sir.
I liked Oblivion.
I liked how you could break Oblivion.
You could break it so easily.
Well,
That
in terms of
agility
just like
and-
getting OP or what?
Well, I
You could get
crafted
OP.
an entire set of invisible armor. I shouldn't say invisible armor
Well, yeah.
because invisibility
You can make your own spells and shit. Which
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
invisibility goes away when you like attack or something. So I crafted a full like a 100% chameleon armor, which broke enemy pathfinding and stuff. And I literally just ran really fast through all of Thieves Guild quests and stole everything.
My
That
favorite-
is awesome.
My favorite thing about Oblivion though is that there was like acrobatics and then there was speed, so you could run really fast, you could
Yeah.
jump really high.
Yep.
Well, it was beneficial to just be jumping around
Yeah.
the landscape because it would level your acrobatics.
But what was funny is that in the game, what you have to do is you have to go into Oblivion gates and close them, which involved you
yeah.
going in and then climbing a tower and whatever. By the end of it, I was able to, because I had like acrobatics like or something being plussed up via the bonuses and I had chameleon as well.
Well, did you have the like really good like whatever the fleet foot shoes?
Yeah,
or whatever
some
things,
weird
those
shit.
things that from the quest. Yeah.
All I remember is by the end of the game, I was kind of getting tired with doing Oblivion gates because I had done pretty much everything else. And I just had like 2 more gates to do before the game ended. So I wasn't sure at that point. I didn't know if the game was going to continue once I closed them all. Thankfully, it did. But anyway, I remember going into them and just like scaling up the fucking wall, even though it was like facing the wrong way, and just being able to get to like a door up top to like skip all the puzzles and or like weird unlocking shit that you had to do or fighting that you had to do at the bottom.
Well, yeah,
of
it's
the tower.
like you can get anywhere in that game with 2
Yeah.
paintbrushes.
Yeah, you're just, oh okay. Well, I never did the wall stuff like. But no, I just jumped the fuck up that thing. It was
Kumar,
so,
there's a long-standing glitch in Oblivion which they have purposefully not patched out. I think just like the giant
Yep.
yeah.
slamming you into the air thing in Skyrim.
Is it a chicken one?
No, it's not.
No. This is there's a certain when you drop something out of your inventory in that game, it falls to the ground. But when they first released the game,
Oh, it
that
stays there, right?
scripting was broken on one specific item. That item was the paintbrush.
Okay.
So if you put an item, if you put a paintbrush, if you drop a paintbrush, it goes exactly where your cursor was pointing and just stays there in midair, and you can jump on it.
Yep. So you can make a ladder out
Out
of.
of just
So it
two,
would just
two of
float?
them. So you put one down, you jump on it, and then you put another one down, you jump on it, and then pick up the last one. And
Yep.
You
Yeah.
just can go anywhere.
Interesting.
That's still in the game today.
Yep.
But somebody mentions in the chat, Shivering Owls DLC that came out for Oblivion. I've actually never finished it.
Fuck that DLC.
I've
was
never,
good.
yeah, I've never touched that one.
Leading up to Skyrim's release, I remember trying to get through it, and I got like 3/4 through that DLC because I'd already finished Oblivion. I was casting it before that, and then Skyrim came out, and I never went back to it, and I uninstalled Oblivion. So I don't know. I don't think I have the saves anymore, and I never finished Shivering Isles, which kind of sucks. And I'm sad.
I really,
Sheogorath is a fantastic character.
The
I
whole
own
area was
all
crazy.
of them, so I really just want to like try and sit down and play through them all. And
Oh, God.
maybe if I delete my Skyrim save,
Wait, hold on. When you say all, do you mean like
go all the way back to the first.
like Daggerfall,
Elder-
and the
yeah.
weird shit arena, and all that
Yep.
stuff?
Like
Good
do
luck.
them all.
Good luck.
Because I bought that like combo pack. It was
Yeah.
like $40 and it came with everything, including Skyrim. So I was
Yeah.
like, all right, why not? I'll try it. Maybe if I delete my Skyrim save and just like force myself to start.
Well, you
a
should
new-
delete all the mods too.
even
That's the way you'd have to do it.
even the crab hat one.
Crab hat.
Cosmetic mods you can leave, but anything that alters the gameplay you should get rid of.
Okay.
Just like there's mods out there that are like add a new house extension or whatever, which you can kind of do in Hearthfire.
Yeah. Hearthfire.
Hearthfire, yeah. But there's just kind of like, hey, this is filled with shit. Have all the items.
Okay, it's terrible because you the first house you can buy, you can kind of just
Well, the house.
the house you can buy in Whiterun. What I ended up doing was the first when I got the house, I started like trying to like store things in specific spots. Eventually, it just got to the point where I'd walk into my house and
like,
just
the
throw
first-
everything
okay,
on the
yeah.
floor. Like I'm talking full suits of armor, like iron bars, like random jewels, and then they just like scatter everywhere as like Lydia would walk through them, and it's like I don't know where anything is.
Okay, I want to ask something for Kumar for Skyrim actually, because this was for
Yeah.
some reason that it's really dumb, but it's the reason I dislike playing the game. Sort of.
Okay.
When you're playing, are you using a mouse and keyboard or controller?
Well, I mean, I only, like I said, only really put in 2 hours. I used my mouse and keyboard for that.
That's how I did it.
Did the aiming feel at all weird to you?
At first, it did. Like, it was really, really bad at first. Like, their default settings garbage.
Yep.
So I played around with the sensitivity meter, and I kind of got it to my liking.
Okay.
But I was really confused as to why, by default, it wasn't like I'm pretty sure even by standard understanding kind of thing, it's set to like 3.0 on like the mouse sensitivity scale.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's usually like that's where people typically gauge whether they want it to be less sensitive or more sensitive.
Yeah.
But this was set at like 1. And I'm sitting here like, what the hell is this? Like, no one plays a first-person shooter at this speed. No one.
Okay.
I
So
like
was
to
really
move
confused at
move
first.
through molasses when I try and aim.
Yeah, seriously.
Well, the reason I ask is because what happened is whenever Skyrim came out and I tried playing it, it felt like I know it probably got patched. Well, it didn't, but it felt like the up and down and left and right sensitivity was like
Disproportionate.
I had to play with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to play with it, so I know what you're talking about.
But the thing is, in the options menu, it just says sensitivity. There's no X and Y separate.
Yeah.
So I had to go into config files and mess with it.
That's
but
exactly
then-
what I did.
But then I realized that if you go to the config files and you turn off VSync, that it
Yep.
then felt smooth as hell and was the best.
Oh, really?
So I ended up playing through most of Skyrim that way until apparently they tell you that it fucks up all the time in the game and all the physics are really fucked up. Like that's why when I was playing, I looked forward in like a tavern and then I'd turn around and I'd hear shit going insane. I'd turn around and it was just like everything would be rolling around. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Apparently that was VSync messing that up.
Oh man.
And then what happened is because VSync was off, for some reason, the time in the game would advance faster. So it'd be like, oh, I have to wait for you have to come meet me at dawn at like 4 a.m. or 4 or 5 a.m. And then I would wait till 4, except for in the game it was technically like 12 in the like just 12 lunchtime or something. Like everything got disproportionate and just fucked.
Weird.
That sounds like an awesome Skyrim, though.
Kind of, but the thing is, then I was like, okay,
That's
well,
like your character is just perpetually drunk. So
Yeah.
he's just like, I was supposed to be here 6 hours ago.
what year is it?
Yeah.
But the thing is, what sucks is because I got so used to playing with like amazing sensitivity and like the mouse movement felt okay. When I was like, okay, I'll turn VSync back on, the mouse just felt like shit to me after, and I tried using a controller, but
I
then
feel
it
like
felt
that
worse.
game is built for a controller.
It is,
with the
but
menus and stuff.
But that's the thing as well, is when I switched to controller, it was still like the sensitivity felt fucked because when you have VSync off, it feels like smooth like Call of Duty's kind of like perfect sort of
perfect aim where you're
like,
gonna go.
There's no dead zone. It kind of just kind of flows.
Yeah.
So getting away from that, when I tried to play it, like it would just bother me so much. So the entire time, it's like what's going on in the game was like fun, but I was constantly like the interface of me like interacting with. I was just like, "Fuck this stupid shit," and I
See,
was
I
so
ended,
angry.
I ended up getting used to it because I spent about 7 hours
Yeah.
hunting deer
Oh,
and just like running around Skyrim hunting deer.
Someone loves killing things.
I don't just love killing things. I also tried to set up my own market, and I stole all the fruit out of another village and brought it to this other one.
So
and
you set up your market using the produce of another market that you...
It's capitalism, baby.
Oh my god. That's called thievery, my friend.
Hey, come into my Skyrim world and tell me
Gross.
that.
Gross.
I feel like Skyrim, I think the reason why a lot of Elder Scrolls veterans have disliked Skyrim is because I feel like that's the game they made to kind of be like the gateway game.
Yeah.
To get people into their other ones. Because Oblivion was, I feel like infinitely more complex.
Yeah.
And it was very much not like just kind of the brawler that
No, it definitely.
Skyrim is. There was like...
There
Yeah.
were more skills. There were more crafting.
Your weapons broke and stuff. And I feel like Fallout is an extension of that.
Yes, it definitely is.
In a different way with more guns and stuff, but it's still very much an Oblivion.
Yeah, it's
game.
definitely
I don't think making Fallout in the, like as a offshoot of Skyrim
would come.
work.
No, I think it would be dumbed down too much, and it would just be. You would lose that essence that makes Fallout if you were trying to do it in the Skyrim.
But I do
style.
feel like that's the thing because I don't know about you, but me and Riccio obviously we played Oblivion back in the day, and then we moved to Fallout 3, and then New Vegas, and then Skyrim. So by the time you get to New Vegas, you're in kind of almost like an Oblivion-esque complicated world with all kinds of like weird different dialogue choices, all depending on your different skills and stuff, and that's a totally weird thing. And then you go into Skyrim, and it's like I have
like
two hands here. One of them's going to be an always just like constant cast healing spell, and the other one's going to be a sword that lights people on fire, and I'm just going to hold both triggers, just power attacking my way through this game.
I definitely feel like the way I would equate it, like I never played a lot of Oblivion. I mainly went over to my friend's house and like kind of watched him play, and then got to play little bits. So I have a limited feel of Oblivion, but I definitely think that Skyrim is I'd equated to the kindergarten Elder Scrolls. It's a great thing for people to get into.
Yeah.
It's complicated enough where you can still have 700 plus hours of fun, but it's not like
Alyssa's done a bunch of graphical mods and stuff too, so she's.
Yeah, that's kind of what I ended.
I feel like she's the only person I know that actually mods the game and then plays it after with the mods.
See, I just kind of like mod the game and then
And they're like, "Oh, go, that's cool."
yeah.
I'm gonna turn this off.
Except for the crab hat mod, I really like that one. It gives monocles and top
I'm
hats
curious about that
to
one.
all the crabs. It's phenomenal.
I'm starting to wonder actually if the reason I don't like Skyrim so much is like Dan, like you said, like because I played Oblivion, because I played Fallout 3. I played a lot of Fallout 3. I never actually finished. What was the last DLC that added like the ending continued?
There was Broken Steel. And there was actually
so I finished.
There was two of them after.
Yeah,
that.
there was an Alien.
There was
one.
Point Lookout and Mothership Zeta.
Yeah.
I finished all of those.
There was the Pit as well.
There was 5 DLCs for Fallout 3.
Yeah,
there was Operation Anchorage, The Pit, Broken Steel, Point Lookout, and Mothership Zeta.
Point Lookout
in that
was
order.
really good. So, well, the thing is,
I feel like Point Lookout was the best one.
Yeah, I played all those DLCs except for I never finished Broken Steel. Well,
so long as you had Broken Steel in your game, it was kind of okay because it raised the level cap and stuff. So.
But apparently, I missed out on some crazy like either communist or anti-communist robot that like blew up shit. Apparently, everybody's like,
"Oh, the giant robot with the TV in his chest that meandered around," or was that a
no?
mod?
This is that's New Vegas.
Okay.
So the thing is, like, I think because I played Fallout 3, and then when I went to New Vegas, I didn't finish it because I think I was already kind of pooped out on the way that Bethesda kind of makes their like open world sort of just like find caves and stuff and just keep exploring. I think I was done with that. And then when I played Skyrim, because
you were still done with that.
I was still done with that. So I went in and it's like, oh man, like it's always, to me it was, I know they did a bit more of an effort to make things a bit more scripted and cool when you go around, but to me it was still like, oh, find like a cave, go until you find like a special item, come back out, or like find someone who tells you to go to a cave, then find something and then fight your way back out.
I feel like
but
everyone's best Bethesda RPG is going to be the first one they played.
Yep, it definitely is.
I have the fondest memories of Oblivion, and I can't ever hold up another game to that. But
that first experience, first.
I can tell you that doesn't ring true for me with Morrowind, especially because when I played that, I was way too young to deal with that.
Oh, really?
And I remember like getting on the Xbox and just like loading into like the first tavern. And it's like, I need you to go kill some rats. I was like, yeah, fucking let's do this. I go down there and it's like, swing. But it wasn't like Oblivion where when you swung, if you hit it, it would just hit. It was just sort of, it would roll the dice when you swung. So I was just, I'm going to kill this rat. And then after like 10 seconds, I would die from it because all my swings were missing. And then I was just like, what the fuck is, and then I stopped. Going back to Morrowind not too long ago.
I feel like in Oblivion, the sword hits are no longer dice rolls, but in Fallout,
in Oblivion they fixed it.
But in Fallout, all the gunshots are you have to aim in the general direction of the person, but it is not.
You know what's really
it's all dice rolls.
Yeah, it's not guaranteed if you're gonna hit him or not.
Yeah, just because you're pointed at him.
You know what I hate, or what I love doing the most in Fallout, and it's really stupid, is that entire game I'd run up to things, and like say if I'm playing mouse and keyboard, I would hit spacebar, just like jump over whoever I'm shooting, then hit VATS and just fire into their head. Everybody, that's what it was stupid with a shotgun.
I'm not gonna lie to you, that is my fondest memory of Fallout is
stupid.
playing with the VATs and just like picking one spot and like selecting it for all of the VAT and just like.
Well, the fucking unbelievable thing about that game, and it's what kind of breaks it after you pass level 20, is because I think there's 3 upgrades you get at level 20, which is previously a max before they increased it in Broken Steel.
Yeah.
It's like mark all locations on the map.
Yeah.
Another one, I can't remember what it is, something to do with action points, but then there's Grim Reaper Sprint. I guess you didn't pick that.
Isn't that where your action point just replenish when you kill somebody or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So you just do VATs one at a time, fully targeting their weakest point, usually their head. End their life, and it's VATs.
Yeah.
You're dead. VATs. You're dead. VATs. You're dead. Because it fully replenishes your action points if you kill someone in VATs.
Dastardly.
Is the random stranger, is he in Fallout 3 or New Vegas? Because
he's in both.
He's in both. That random, always when you hear like that,
yeah, the like Western song, he just shows up and shoots them with a magnum. It's the most fucking. Kumar, you should play Fallout.
Yeah, I really want to play that again now.
I don't know how I feel about Fallout.
Have you played it before?
I've watched people play it.
The thing is, now if he's playing Skyrim and he's gonna enjoy Skyrim, it's almost like you can't go to Fallout, sort of ish.
It depends what he's craving after he's like done with Skyrim.
Yeah. See, I tried going to New Vegas after playing with Skyrim, and I couldn't end up getting into it. But I played Fallout 3 before I played Skyrim, so that was like I played through most. I
feel like New Vegas is very much more Fallout 3, but in almost like a weirder, goofier way, because it was Obsidian.
Oh, okay.
That made it. It's not Bethesda.
Yeah,
They just took like Bethesda's engine and tech and did their own thing with it. That's
So-
why all the guns are kind of like weirder and
Yeah, it didn't.
all the dialogue choices are like kind of goofier and like all dependent on different stuff, and that's almost like truer to the original spirit of Fallout.
Yeah, true, but like I just didn't. I couldn't get into it. I couldn't. It didn't have that like hook that after the 3 hours I played of New Vegas to try and keep me going with it. It just kind of.
Well, again, it's also in the different. You know, Oblivion was the next big Bethesda game after Morrowind, and people were impressed with that.
Mhm.
Fallout 3 was Bethesda's game after Oblivion.
Yeah.
That was back in 2008 that game came out.
Yep.
You know, Oblivion was 05 or 06.
Yeah, I think it was 06. Because the Xbox would have came out in 05, I think, and then it would have been like the March of that year.
Yeah, I
the
guess.
year after coming or something.
But that was like that was right off the heels of Oblivion. That was like everyone was like, "Holy fuck, yes, it's just Oblivion with guns. Let's fucking do this." And then Fallout New Vegas was just more of that.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, but then Skyrim was the next like big kind of explosion. But I think Fallout New Vegas, it's the fact that it exists is great because a lot of people like Fallout.
Yeah. I want to start
New Skyrim.
I want to start getting into the mod community of like Fallout
I can't do that stuff
because
for some reason.
there's some really interesting texture mod pack that comes for Fallout 3, which is like I think it's like ultra high res pack or something like that, but it adds a whole bunch of like particle effects to it, crazy amounts of really high def textures, and it just kind of makes things look ultra realistic. And I've seen some of the screenshots of these modded Fallout 3 and things. It looks like I would equate it to The Last of Us in realism. It just looks insanely good. I really want to play it.
There was that other thing that Fallout New Vegas had is the like survival mode.
Oh yeah.
Where
Hardcore.
you know hardcore. That's what it was.
Drink and stuff.
Yeah, where you actually had to like drink and replenish your thirst and stuff like that. So only actually like stim packs and medicine would heal you, whereas
It wasn't food and water.
food would like fix your hunger, like
not your health.
Yeah.
You know why that bothers me?
Why?
Because there are days that I don't take that good care of myself, let alone a
Well,
game
no,
character.
that's just an option. It's when you start. It's like, do you want to be full on survival with this shit, or you just want to play another Fallout game?
Yeah, for anybody who's actually aching for more Fallout New Vegas, I know somebody made a custom mod for it. Brazil
There's
or
a bunch of DLC I've never played for that game.
No, but I mean, like, there's somebody who made an
I know, I'm just
entire
saying.
like crazy ass campaign. I maybe somebody in the chat knows. There's something Brazil or something, or I don't remember what it was. But yeah, apparently that thing is super crazy. It's like full on new levels, areas, story, everything. But I want to ask you a question to people listening to the recorded version or somebody in the chat even. For any game, like not just Fallout or Skyrim or like I know we've talked about it before with Stalker and stuff. Is it weird that every time people talk about modding games, it feels so dirty, even though if it's just like even it sounds really dumb, but I know Skyrim had like an HD mod thing that was even from
But it was from Bethesda, yeah.
and even then someone was like, oh, I just want to see what it looked like before, and then I tried to do it and it didn't look that different, so I kind of was okay with it. But like any sort of mods that even changes like the stupidest stuff, even if it's for the better, like
You're a purist.
making the UI kind of become more mouse and keyboard for
Friendly.
Skyrim and stuff.
Yeah, it feels like I'm kind of circumventing this part of the game or something.
Yeah.
Like,
I
it's just
feel
for
like I
some-
shouldn't be.
Yeah.
See, I felt that way with WoW until I started like getting into raiding, and then I was like, I needed to have mods, and then from there it's just like if I want to mod a game, it's the point where I've reached the past that pure state was when I had Peggle loaded into WoW, so I could play it while going to the raid spot. So I just kind of like after that, I held out for as long as I could with Skyrim, but now it's just like, fuck it, let's just throw all these mods in.
Actually, now that you mention it with WoW, I had the same thing. Like, I used to have so many UI mods. I had, like, the cube thing. You just click on people, and it would just kind of auto-do stuff for you and have, like, meters and shit everywhere. I think the last time I ever went back to it is I had, like, the normal health bars and everything, and I had, like, one mod. It was just one, like, just like a raid mod frame thing.
Yeah, but
So,
I felt like it was, like, WoW was not meant to be modded, and then one of my roommates opened me up to the, like, crazy raiding mods that there are, and I was like, oh shit, this... It's like an addict. I think I had like 90 mods loaded in or something obscene like that. It was just ridiculous.
But
mods are great. And they can be terrible too at the same time.
Well, that's the like shitty pattern that you hear it's like I fell into, and you've fallen into, and a lot of people fall into in Skyrim. It's like I'm just going to install these mods. Look, these mud crabs have hats. All right, I'm going to quit this game.
Yeah.
Even that the portal guy. Wheatley.
No, it was
the space dude.
The space dude.
Space Core.
Space Core.
Even just adding that to the game, I didn't even want to do it because it just like people were laughing about it and saying that that's some pretty cool shit, but I couldn't do it. I was like, no, I want.
It was official though. I think.
Yeah,
reason.
which is weird.
There's not even any quest line or anything with it.
I know,
it's just,
but it's just anything that like changes the way it was meant to be, even if it's the silliest things. For some reason, I can't.
You feel like it just diverts from what the creative director, the vision of what the game was supposed to be.
Maybe like in my brain automatically, but it's almost like the second I do it, when I go to play it, like suddenly I'm not getting like as much enjoyment from the game. It's just I don't know. It just feels like sullied, but it's without me actually. I don't know. It's like internally in my brain without actually realizing what's going on.
Yeah, mods are a weird thing.
Yeah, mods are this weird gray area that I feel
they do kind of extend the life of the game.
Yeah.
Well, like the Stalker franchise has been completely like revamped by the mod community.
Oh, that modding said I need a mod to take out the head bop in that game.
I'm sure that's easy to find. But
yeah, it's the first mod.
Yeah. You need it.
But yeah,
the head bob is like.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Only when you crouch. When you crouch, it gets pretty bad.
It's not that bad.
But the thing is, my question to everybody was like, if you guys feel that same way, or maybe you freaking love mods, let us know, because I'm kind of curious to see if there's anybody else quite as anal as I am about that shit. So, let me know.
Well, no, it's the same. Like, it did sully my Skyrim experience. I'm done with that game. Even though there's DLC, it's apparently pretty cool. And I own it because me and Liz use Skyrim on the same account.
The dragon's gonna be done with that game.
I thought every time you fight a dragon, I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The talking.
It got.
It's the fact we're fighting a bear was more difficult than a dragon.
The thing that kind of broke that for me was when, because you have to use dragon souls as currency to get new shouts.
Yeah.
I got really like high powered shouts before I probably should have, which yet again just broke the game even more, and just kind of like continued to push that fact of I'm an invincible god and this is my puny realm. Like,
oh yeah, I guess if you were exploring like all the side junk, you would have just found all the walls, just like super fast.
That and my favorite story of all time is stealing all the armor off all the guards in Whiterun, and then the second I steal from the last guy, a dragon comes and kills every single guard.
Kumar, you should probably critical path those quests before you do anything else. I think that's I think that's the best way to enjoy that
the game was forever doomed to be bested by Somppi. So
well, games where it gives me too much freedom, I end up going to the dark place where I just turn into a god and I feel like I own whatever that game is, which is a little terrifying because there are mods where you can hunt people. I have not delved into those though. That is not my...
Kumar, we look forward to hearing your opinions in the coming weeks on Skyrim.
Devin, I would like to watch you play Black and White.
I will keep everyone posted.
What's Black and White?
Exactly. It's a Peter Molyneux Lion's
Head.
Is this going to make me feel bad?
No, it's a PC.
I don't like games that make me feel terrible.
No, it's God Sim.
It's a God Sim.
Oh, okay.
Like to see you play that. Just toss little people.
Well, you saw me in Deus Ex. Give me robot legs. What am I going to do?
Okay, I have to
jump
ask,
on people's faces.
I have to ask this because I'm curious. But Kumar, what are you
eating, buddy?
What are you eating? Kumar?
What are you eating?
Oh god, we scared him.
Quiet, Kumar.
Kumar, what are you eating?
Kumar. Okay, he's dead. Did you say me?
Some remember me shit right there.
He's like me. Anyway,
what are you eating, Kumar?
It lagged. I think we killed him.
Oh my God. Damn it. There he goes.
He might have killed himself.
The quiet Kumar grazes in the wilderness. He is ever present for the vicious kill.
I can't believe Skype was just like, oh, wrong one.
Kumar?
Oh dear God.
Go to your 3G.
Anyway.
Tell me you guys can hear me.
Yes.
Yeah, now we can.
What are you eating?
You can hear me okay?
Yes, what are you eating? Tell me quickly.
Wow, that was weird. Okay, so
what are you eating?
Hello?
What are you eating?
Yeah.
Guys?
Yeah.
You're scaring me.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
We've been
Okay, I can hear you too now.
Zombies fucking
fantastic. So I made a mandarin salad.
Oh.
I breaded some chicken strips. by hand, and then I tossed them in a Thai salad. In a Thai sauce, and then I threw them on this Mandarin salad of mine.
Ooh, my God. That sounds wonderful.
That sounds
when I eat late, I just tend to eat salads more than anything else.
Kumar, will you cook for me?
Oh God.
Sure.
Awesome.
We could have a cook-off.
Oh yes, let's have a cook-off.
Me and Devin will be over after this podcast.
New for once.
Oh, let's do a cook-off. Actually, do you want to go for a pizza? I want to go to that wood fireplace.
Oh, now that we're remembering before the podcast, hell yes, let's do that.
Yes.
What else have you guys been playing this week?
I've been
Deadpool.
Oh yeah, how was that?
Actually, pretty good.
You want to thank someone for that?
MCP 95.
You're cool, bro.
Yeah, and I want to thank him for Oddworld. He gave me a pack of that, of Odd Worlds.
All the Odd Worlds.
All 3 of them.
So that would probably be
3.
Abe's something.
Yes.
Much as Odyssey and Stranger's Wrath.
I think so.
Hope it comes with Stranger's Wrath.
I don't think it did. I think it was that one didn't come with it.
Dang.
Stranger's Wrath is a shooter, isn't it?
Kind of. It's like, yes, but with like animals in the wild being weapons or something. You just put them on the crossbow.
It's on the Vita.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh cool.
I want to play it.
Actually, like Stranger's Wrath HD.
Speaking of Vita, I just want to say one quick thing about Hotline Miami.
Yeah.
That game flows so well on the Vita that I managed to pick up a knife and clear a whole level in like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
With a single knife.
I found it really easy to combo in that one for some
Like
reason.
it was just like, I don't know what it was, but like with the joysticks, it was just this like frantic pace of like kick open a door, stab a dude, run through another room, stab, stab, stab. Like everything was just faster. Maybe it's because I've already beaten the game and I know the patterns, but it was just like run in, stab this dude, run over.
I don't know
stab
about you
him,
guys,
stab
but
him.
I find it more comfortable to hold a controller or a Vita than I do to use a mouse and keyboard to do anything.
Really?
I find mouse and keyboard, I'm so used to it. Like my fingers automatically go to the WASD form, and like whenever I go to type, it's W. Oh, okay, no, you need type QWERTY, not WASD.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm more of a mouse and keyboard kind of guy.
What's
So
actually
am I, but I was going to say it actually translated really, really well. Surprisingly well, actually.
Phenomenally well to the Vita.
one thing that's funny is you guys know, I guess semi-spoilers, later on in the game how you're in a hospital. Let's say that.
Lol.
And your
part.
dude is like wandering really dumbly and it keeps whatever.
That part took me 70 times to beat. I kid you not. 70
Do you want to laugh?
tries.
So I glitched that game. Fantastic. Walked out and the dude's like, "Hey, what are you doing out of your thing?" And I'm like, "Wait, why the fuck can I still move my guy?" So I just sort of like pushed him. Like the cutscene is still going, so I just pushed him up into the elevator and it just didn't level. I was like, fan-fucking-tastic.
Fuck you, because that honestly took me 70 tries to beat. It was during the marathon. I was sitting in your couch, and Dan came up to me and went,
Devin, can you do me a favor?
What?
Can you load up Hotline Miami on your thing right now? Choose that level and just get spotted and see if you can just move. I want to know if it's just like,
all right.
If it's fucking broken.
yeah, if it's just fucking broken for everybody. Because that'd be really.
But like,
really
I was seriously so angry that like Dan had to come up and be like, all right, this is what you do. This is how
It's
you do
the
it."
dudes folding the papers.
We
That's
lost
when you
Kumar.
want
Yeah,
one.
that's that. See, I didn't realize that, and I just
We lost Kumar entirely. It's not.
It doesn't even like
doesn't even-
connect.
We don't want to leave him a voicemail. Beep. But yeah.
Keep calling attention to our technical difficulties.
Yeah,
That's perfect.
It's cool. It's just in case people are wondering, like, we heard that. What happened? What's going on? You gotta.
I wish I could replace Riccio's face with a Vita.
Why would you do that?
So you can play with face.
Deadpool game's okay.
Yeah, describe it to me. Like, is it worth the?
It's kind of weird and goofy, but you have to like be into Deadpool, I guess. You kind of have to be forgiving about a lot of the mechanics. It is a very like.
Is it buggy, or just like the AI is dumb, or
No, it's just like a very basic brawler. I'd liken it to the Force Unleashed.
What was that game that came out?
Force Unleashed 2, I should mention.
But what was that
Game's
game
short.
that came out like 2 or 3 years ago? That was I own it. Eat Lead.
The Return of Mad Hazard.
Yeah. That it almost reminds me of what that game kind of was.
Because it's trying to be like self-aware and stuff.
Yeah.
Except that Deadpool's always been that way.
Yeah.
Even in the comics.
yeah, he
and
always
stuff.
breaks the fourth wall. Isn't that actually what he's known for? Is
I think that
fourth
is what
wall
he's most known for.
breakage.
A lot of people like to say, "Oh, like before he broke the fourth wall, he was just insane." But there's all kinds of like cool Deadpool stuff because I've never read any of the Deadpool comics. I don't read a lot of comics lately. I used to, but there's all kinds of weird stuff in that game. How like the reason he's insane and like kind of knows he's in a comic book is because, or in a video game in this case, is because he has the like.
Did they implant
the
him
healing.
with the,
He has the healing factor, but to such an extreme degree that he cannot die.
Yeah.
So that's kind of just driven him insane, and so his girlfriend is death.
Is what?
Death.
Spoilers.
Like actual...
No,
like,
that's established in the Deadpool
I'm
fiction.
just kidding.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
And like whenever he gets like near death, he goes to see her, and they hang out for a little while before he regenerates. It's really weird. The fantastic thing about that game, though, is that they do little intros narrated by Deadpool. Whenever a new character shows up, you can hit A. A little thing will pop up on the screen like, who the fuck is this guy? Sometimes it says.
Really?
And you just hit it, and it does like a little intro to like this character.
Is there swearing in that game?
Oh, absolutely.
Bleeped or not bleeped?
No.
Well,
it was just straight up.
I would have
scared.
expected that there would have been an excessive amount in that game.
That game is supremely self-aware, and while some of the humor is a little like goofy and kind of like toilet jokes and stuff, there's a scene at the beginning where you're kind of just in his apartment and you can just interact with stuff around his apartment.
Yeah.
And if you use the phone, you call Nolan North.
Really?
To be like, hey,
awesome.
people say we sound alike. Do you want to be the voice of me in my video game? And then he has a phone conversation for a little while.
Is he voiced by Nolan North?
Yeah.
Okay. So
That's awesome.
So just like Mafia.
It's Nolan North speaking to Nolan North.
It's like a Mafia too.
Yeah. But like overtly just like, this is Nolan North speaking to Nolan North. And the whole premise of that game, well, I guess High Moon Studios is the creators of that. I think they made the Transformers games.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
And there's actually, Deadpool makes a nod to that. Like,
Oh.
Yeah, anyways.
So they threw in a bunch of like Easter eggs and stuff.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I feel like that game should be littered
It's almost
with
like
Easter eggs.
it's almost like it's almost like a game where the Easter eggs are up front.
Oh, but they're not hidden. It's just here you go.
Deadpool says them. Yeah.
Huh. That's pretty cool, actually.
But the entire time through the game, he's kind of like changing the game as he goes, as he like does more crazy explosion things. The game runs out of budget and has to get like lower res. And like, but he's always like on the phone with like the owner of High Moon Studios, like talking about. It's really weird and actually kind of okay. I'm on level 6 out of 8.
Oh, okay.
And I played 5 hours, so it's
That's not
actually
bad.
a decently length game. But
That's pretty good. I find
there's
anything
a
in
whole
the
upgrade tree and different.
Is it
weapons
third
and
person
stuff.
or first person?
Third person?
Third person.
But it goes from like pulled out like kind of God of War camera where you kind of see the whole battlefield and stuff.
Yeah.
To if you hit left trigger and then right trigger, he has guns as well.
Okay.
And then it'll pull like right in over his shoulder to third person shooter.
Neat
Camera.
I find action games that are longer than 10 hours seem to
This is not going to
overstep
be
their
longer than 10 hours.
I feel they overstep their welcome at the 10-hour point where it's just like, okay, this is getting repetitive. Throw something new in. But it sounds like this game has a great cheeky attitude to
Honestly,
how it is.
the best, like, that game is nothing without its, like, a recap of who people are as you see them.
Really?
Like, you have to press A every time. Just, you need to see those intros. Those are probably the best narrated and the best, like, humor parts
That's awesome.
of that game. Just those intercut with the rest of the stuff going on is fantastic.
Wicked.
Especially the one about Cable. It's the best.
I think that would be a pretty good game if I were looking for something comic to counterset my depression that comes from me playing The Last of Us.
Did you finish that, Devin?
No, I played a couple more hours of it though.
I watched the Last of Us movie
Is it
that guy made.
worth it to
Yes.
watch?
Yes.
Or should
I
just
feel like
Devin
I got the
finish it?
full Last of Us experience, but I think we all know where that game goes and stuff now, except you. But I think you're pretty far along, is he not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say so.
So you should probably just go finish it because I was barely scratching the surface.
Okay.
Let's have
I wasn't at
spoiler
Billstown
cast.
yet.
You weren't even at Billstown yet?
No, I was headed there, and I got sick and tired of that game.
All right.
So
See, I'm all done that. I'm just about at the
try and be as spoiler free as possible.
I can't do it. No, I'm not even gonna fucking bother.
Did you?
You know what I'm at, guys? I'm at the platinum.
You want to know what, Kumar?
Did you play enough multiplayer to get that?
I did, yeah. Actually,
I'm gonna double bow you
I've been
now.
hooked on that multiplayer. It's so much fun.
I can't play Supply Raid. I can't play.
Yeah,
I tried
myself
that.
and
That is
actually,
so
we should
fucking
talk about this
dumb.
really quickly too. So myself and Riccio played. I think it was just a couple days back or whatever.
I
And
think
we
did
played.
like 4 or 5 matches, maybe.
Yeah, so we played the usual Survivor.
Yeah.
And then we played a couple of rounds of Supply Raid as well.
Yeah.
And so myself and Riccio were opposites now, where I never do as well in Survivor as I do in Supply Raid. In Supply Raid, we're talking like I'll clear upwards of like 13, 14 executions every single match.
Really?
Yeah, and then in Survivor, I'm lucky if I hit like 5 or 6 kind of thing.
It's all proportionate though, because
I'm so much better at Supply
you
Raid
get
though
more
than
you get more supplies for the Survivor kills.
I like the
It's like playing Search and Destroy.
Yeah, I like the Survivor mode much better than Supply Raid.
It was
I
funny.
like playing it with you guys.
Yeah.
With you guys, it's totally okay.
But with shitty teammates,
No.
you're gonna go play Supply Raid.
Well,
yeah,
like
it's so frustrating when you're playing with other people like that.
the one that I played by myself, I don't know if I just got really lucky and got really competent people, but I seem to always be leading the charge at like running into the different toolboxes, and they were just stuck to me. Like they wouldn't leave me alone. It was great. So
That's good.
It was a posse of 4 of us, and we rolled through about 6 or 7 matches.
Maybe the other 3 of them were like chatting or something.
Maybe, but it was just like they would like I would run out, they'd stick right beside me, and then like spread out into a formation. Everyone would be
Maybe they're like,
behind
we
a
got to stick with this guy because otherwise you get fucking killed, and then so we're gonna
Maybe.
man down and
like
maybe.
MLG
so just
people.
stick with this. Yeah,
yeah. So and like it was just great because like what would happen is everyone would grab their kits, and then everybody would immediately disperse out to like the perfect kill points. And it was just like one dude would be beside the window, one guy would be covering the door, somebody would be crafting something, and then just immediately like one guy would run out the door, cover us, and the other like 3 people would run. But it would be like as soon as he got to other cover, somebody popped their head out, 3 people would move up, another person would run, like cover everyone. It was just super tactical. But no, I don't know if the other guys were talking, but I didn't have any communication with them, so it felt really just like absolutely pro. It was really awesome.
Okay, somebody in the chat says plot twist. They were all playing a mini game of trying to protect you the whole time. I can just imagine like the 3 people are on Skype like, we gotta fucking stick to this guy because he keeps running in. Devin's like, man, these guys are super good and following me.
well, Riccio, I think the reason why that comes to mind for us is because we've done that
we've
with
done that.
people
For sure.
that we aren't communicating with. It's just like, let's just stick with that guy because he's running the fuck over there. He's gonna get himself killed real easy.
But like, what would happen is I wouldn't always be the first one. Like, I would be like 3rd person following.
they were using you as bait.
probably.
He's gonna run off, get shot at, and then we.
I got a
can
triple
execute those people.
Molotov.
Oh god.
It was the
Wow.
It was the highlight of my life.
Yeah, we actually saw when I was playing with
In that
Kumar some people who were like using people who are down as bait. Like
Yeah.
Kumar was like, "Hey Kumar, go heal that guy. He's crouching." And dude's like way around the corner with a Molotov. So Kumar would run up and it would just be like,
Wow,
I was
really?
like, "Oh, meta." But no, it was crazy. Whenever Kumar and I were playing, we played some Survivor, and there was like, I would literally just become like beast at the game out of nowhere. Like I know there was one thing where it was like a 1v3.
The clutch was awesome.
Real
The clutch
quickly,
was so good.
I just want to bring back to that Molotov thing. I guess we never encountered that when we play together.
We don't go down.
Because we're well
No.
that
No, yeah.
and we are communicating, and I think every single time one of us goes down, it's always a crawl back to me in this safe location. It's not like
Well,
let's go out and get him.
I can distinctly remember getting shot in the truck and being like, Dan, where's Dan? And just crawling out of the truck and like through another building to where Dan's sitting healing Riccio, being like, I'm here. Just pick me up, please, Dan. Like, dedicated healer.
But yeah, whenever Kumar were playing, it's weird because we're all used to playing Survivor. At least Dan, Devin, and I. Kumar, you're kind of playing a bit more Supply Raid, but
Well, I started with Supply Raid,
Yeah.
and I've moved to Survivor, and I'm not going back.
But the thing is, like, going in Survivor, kind of like what Devin was saying, is where it's almost like there's, if people are communicating, fantastic, but if they're not, it almost seems like there's an spoken of, just everybody's kind of sticking together and being a little bit more slow, a little bit more tactical. If you go down, people actually try and heal you. Whenever Kumar and I tried to play Supply Raid, it was like
just us two.
it was just us two, and the second we would separate, now we go down, you'd have teammates like staring at me with like, I don't know why you're bleeding out. Like it's just, I don't know.
What's this red stuff coming out of you?
No, but I don't know.
Riccio, the guy who watched you die was the best.
3 times or something, but it's just
What?
like
Seriously?
Yeah,
like
the
you just
guy
feel
gets-
like I'm like
so
crawling
Riccio
into him.
gets down. Riccio gets down. Like we're in great positions. Like we've broken off in groups of 2.
Yeah.
Riccio gets downed. The guy who's right beside him is there the whole time while Riccio's bleeding out, and he doesn't revive him.
Like, there's
Does
a
he
point-
like look at you?
Yeah, he'll just be like staring there. Like I was trying to fight 2 people, he would like kill them or something, and then I'd just be still like, oh sweet, now you can get me up. He just and I'm just gonna go out the window. I'm like, what the fuck? Like what the hell?
The guy who
Peace.
stopped to pull out his backpack and start crafting things while Riccio was dying was the best.
And I'm just like, I'm here like just yelling at
Man.
Kumar, like I can't fucking play Supply Raid. Like everybody's playing this. It's
After
just,
our like core team, like Survivor play, but that must have been the most frustrating experience in the world.
The funny thing is, like, it was such a.
Where's Dan? Why isn't he picking me up and auto healing me in 2 seconds? This is the worst.
But the crazy contrast with it is like us playing Survivors, and when I say us, like just Kumar and playing like that same day. I would go down and somebody would come and help me. If Kumar was down or if Kumar was across the map, somebody would come and help me, and then we'd play a Survivors match, and then just everyone like just became like brain fucked.
There's just a lot more weight placed on every single
supply
life
rate.
kind of thing.
Supply rate, sorry. But like what I found really dumb, and it was such a weird sort of like we'd play Survivor and
real quickly for people just listening to this right now, Survivors has no respawns, and Supply Rate has respawns.
Yes.
That's the difference.
That's the difference.
So whenever I would play Survivor, I would get like a ridiculous amount of kills, and I would. It's as if because I knew it meant so much to get a kill, I would kind of be a little bit more aggressive and all that stuff. But then when you play Supply Raid, there's like people respawning next to teammates, and there's all this weird shit where I went from being like, I think one round I got like 13 kills in Survivor. Like I just kind of went stupid. I was like, I don't.
You mean
Kumar? No, in Survivor.
Survivor.
And I was just like, I don't know how I did like Kumar, like because we got like tied matches, so there was more rounds.
Yeah.
But then I'd go to Supply Rate and I'd get like 2 downs and like no kills, and then all my dudes in my camp would start getting sick and dying. I was like, I can't fucking play this. Everybody's so stupid. Like, it just. You'd run up with teammates and then suddenly you just never see them again. And then when they come, like when you would see them, they wouldn't heal you, or no one would shoot like the same person, or no one would try to kind of go around
like
people.
Us 4, by the way, playing that would just
Supply Rate
wreck. Yeah, it would just wreck everyone.
Probably.
Well, if we're not dying and just fucking
Because we would
wrecking
play it like we
fools
play
as they run
Survivors,
in,
But either way, like the feeling you get playing Survivor mode is just so much better, I find, because every kill has like a weight and just like an intense feeling to it. Like, yes, like
it matters. You're like, I just need to get one more bullet into that guy before he crawls around the corner, because that means he is out.
Yeah.
He is dead. We don't have to worry about him anymore. If he crawls around that corner, we don't know where he's gone. If he gets picked up, we no longer know
what
how many
conditions
guys are around
he in
that corner
or anything like that. It's everything has a weight to it. Everything has this desperation of, okay, 3 bullets and he's down, and it's 1 more bullet to the head and he's done. Yeah. Or if I don't land those 3 bullets,
but I have 6 bullets, so
then I better make them fucking count.
Also, fuck Supply Raid for when you attach a blade to your melee weapon, and it would be an insta kill in the other one. This one just downs them. So what I would constantly do is like hit them with the blade, and then they go down. But I'm mashing triangle to pick up like all the stuff that would fall out of him.
Yeah.
And I just start executing him like, what the fuck is happening? Like, oh my god, please stop this! And then I just die. But that's my own fault, I guess. But it bothered me.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It is very satisfying in Survivor where this happened with a group of guys that I was playing with, where there would be one guy left on the map, we'd down him, and then we'd run around to all the different things, and it was like the whole group. Like we had a couple of matches where it was like none of us would be down, and we would wreck the other team, and we'd go pick up supplies so we get all the extra stuff, and then one guy would like, I don't know if it wasn't the same guy every time, would just walk up and execute the guy on the ground, like just go to kill him, and there would be his other partner like up in a building like watching the 4 of us kill him, and it's like that fear and panic is like setting in, and you can see like the guy trying to like craft something or throw a Molotov at us just to stop us from executing this guy. It's pretty intense.
I loved like the one
pack mentality.
The 1v3 that I was talking about earlier when I was playing Survivor with Kumar was like the funniest shit. Like it was on the high school level, and I was kind of up top in like the I think it was in the classroom, and I just sort of I knock one dude down, and there's 2 people shooting at me, so I like bail out the window, jump down like off the bus and stuff, and then just in the heat of the moment, like craft like a Molotov and just aim at the door to like fuck the guy up who's coming around the corner, and then I'd get him, then like run away again, and then just buy armor and come out. And I was like, oh my god, I don't know what's happening, Kumar.
Well, it feels really satisfying when you get a kill, because it's got that weight to it. It's not just.
But not only that, like the split-second decisions that you can try and make really can turn the tides.
Or that moment of panic where you're, half health. It doesn't happen very often when Dan's around, but like you're half health and you buy armor, and then you just like, it's your last stand. There's 2 guys coming at you. All right, let's finish this. Let's do this like men. Like just burst out with a Molotov, burn someone alive, and go after the other guy.
Molotovs and armor are game changers.
Oh, for sure.
And a healing character.
Yeah.
But
That is
Actually, you know what I got really, really good with is the smoke bomb.
Oh, really?
I'll craft a smoke
shiv?
before I'll craft a Molotov.
Yeah, same.
I'm more of a Molotov man, especially after that match where we got the 2 and then the other guy ran around the corner and I burned his face off.
That's great.
Molotovs have just been my.
I think the advantage
Ender.
to smoke bombs is that they cover a much wider area and
That
are a
is
lot
true.
more disorienting to the other team.
Yep.
You know, if you hit someone, like if there's 3 people and there's 2 people behind the first person, and you hit the person in front with a Molotov, those other 2 people are just going to aim their guns and shoot at you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Even though you've killed that guy. With a smoke bomb, you're going to stun all 3 of them, shiv the guy in front, and the other people are probably going to be backing up because they can't see anything in that smoke, and they don't want to get shivved.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
But there is that fear factor, and I have definitely felt it where I've watched a teammate like turn a corner and just burst into flames, and you get that weird like scream, just like. So I'm not turning that corner.
well, I think that's why Molotovs are the game changer, because they are sudden death is what they are.
Unless you have armor, in which case it peels that off entirely, and then I think you go to like an almost half health state or something, but. Yeah.
But it's like anything
But
within that initial fire explosion, you were on fire and you were dead.
Anyway, I might be a dick here and get us to move on, because I know we talked about it last week and the week before. We've been talking about a lot of this multiplayer, but I want to talk about another sweet multiplayer game for the PS3 that you all should get into, which has the same weight and craziness. I'm talking about Spartacus Legends. It's also on the Xbox 360.
I don't think
free to play, right?
No,
It's a free to play.
I'm good.
A game I played for some ungodly reason. I played about 2 to 3 hours of that fucking game.
Is this like a god mode kind of?
No, it's just a fighting game.
It's a free to play game. That I played on I played the PS3 version. It's like 2 gigs or something. Where it's pretty much like a fighting of like Street Fighter, but super dumbed down. You can
Okay.
your dude level.
Like
You-
Soul
you
Calibur.
have me
It's
at-
actually
Sorry, yeah,
what it's
Soul
like.
Calibur. That's what it was.
You
That's
had
what
me at dumb down.
dumbed down. But your dude levels up and you buy like swords or like dual swords or daggers or huge hammers or just his fists. You buy fists for him, no gloves or something.
Do you fight with stumps beforehand?
No, beforehand. Oh, but I'm.
All right, this podcast is over.
But no, it's actually kind of fun, except for the combat. At first, when you're playing against AI, you're like, "Oh, this is pretty cool. This is neat. Like, I can get into this." And then it just, when the AI starts playing like where it is robotic and just fucking you up at every,
Just punching your
you
face
kind of, the way it works is you have a health bar. Once you get it knocked down, they kind of fall over and it comes back with like a half a health bar, and then that's when it's like 2 rounds technically, like fake. I've had things where I'll almost kill a dude, and then suddenly the AI will block, and then just like fucking blockable combo, and I'm just dead. And I'm like, what the fuck just happened? Like, I can't pull that off, or I just don't know how to. But the way what's interesting about that game is that if you do so good against the enemy opponent, whether it's a player or a CPU, and then you have like crowd favor on your side, you can end it by murdering that guy's character, and then he just won't have that character anymore.
That's pretty awesome,
Yeah.
actually.
Like permadeath.
Yeah, it's permadeath. But the thing is, it's permadeath except for every character has different stats like health, strength, and all that stuff. That's the only thing you lose. Any armor you had on him, you have that stuff.
Oh, that's
forever.
good.
You can equip like say I buy
That
one.
the stuff that you can pay for. The armor and
You can buy it too because you level up. So if you want, you can pay real money to like unlock the highest level stuff right away if you want. And what that does is it hires your rating, so you can only fight people of your
No,
rating.
I know, but I mean, your character dying does not wipe away any real money purchases. Yeah. Okay.
No, which is cool. And also, if you have Uplay points to spend, you can unlock like the best weapon for some of the
it's
classes.
Ubisoft?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, it's crazy. So I did that. I unlocked the best weapon for 2 classes, and got a free 10,000 silver coins. And I was like, "Fucking let's buy shit." But it's kind of fun. It's kind of broken, but for some reason it's fun. I don't know if it's the Canada version of it that's like fucked up in multiplayer, but I got a buddy to play it, Drackle from the channel, and we tried to multiplayer together because it's just like a quick match. There's no like server list or challenge your friends. It's, I'm gonna search for a match. Let's see what happens. So we'd queue at the same time, and he'd find matches. And I'm just like waiting in the menu, like I didn't fucking find anybody. And he'd finish a match and queue again, find somebody else. Same rating. Like we're not. I don't know. Could never. I don't know if it was Canada. It wasn't my internet because it's like my NAT set to open and all that stuff. But anyway, I never tried a multiplayer match yet. But the game's kind of fun. I don't know why. It's stupid. It's really stupid, but it's fun. Also, the first brutal kill they show you is like slicing a face in half from like the front of your face just peeling off. And then it had me hooked. That being said, I'll probably
had you hooked at face peel?
yeah, a face
Are you
peel.
going to watch the television show now?
No, I'm not probably never going to play the game again as well. So it's really
This is like God of War Ascension all over again.
yeah. I kind of felt like, why am I playing this? I have to stop. And then the second I quit, it was like, okay, good. I've quit. I can.
That's it.
I'm done.
Difference being, you went back to Ascension
Yeah, multiple fucking times.
for some goddamn reason.
I don't know.
So strange.
So strange. Okay, actually, I want to bring up something. Somebody in the chat just mentioned a game. Have you guys heard of the game Rust?
No.
Okay, I
I've
want
heard of it. I don't remember what it's about.
It's from the dude who made Gary's mod.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you told me
Face
about this.
punch?
Cool.
Yeah.
Face punch? Is that
Oh, Gary.
sure? It's like a sort of open worldy Daisy style thing without zombies, or maybe there's like a zombie or something. Like that's not the main point. You can like kill animals to get their pelt and meat and all that stuff. You can chop down trees or hit trees to get lumber, and you can build houses and stuff. And it's player versus player, so if you die, you're dead. But you can have camps and boxes to hold stuff in and spawn at your camps and a ton of shit. Super closed beta right now, and I want to get in.
Awesome.
I watched some Let's Plays of it on YouTube because I was like, I have to see this game, and it looks fucking awesome.
Cool.
I want to get into it. I wanted to mention that for dude in the chat. Sorry, I want to bring that up before I forgot. Yeah, Spartacus Legends. Don't actually play it, or maybe play it if you want to play some really poopy Soul Calibur. Just want to say that. You guys been playing anything else?
I played Baldur's Gate.
Okay.
That's just as good as what I remember as a kid, but it was really disorientating at the time because in my mind I thought there was a bigger screen, but they've got these huge panel bars on either side that's like your inventory button and such. So I was really angry when I loaded it up and it had this tiny little like character movement screen. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? And then I realized, oh, back when this game came out, monitors were only like 17 inches big.
You'd be like, yeah,
Oh,
640
yeah.
by 360. Or no, 640 by 480.
The 17-inch was the premium.
Yeah, the 17-inch was the premium. So I was like, oh yeah. Now I remember why this game looks like this. Like, okay, great. And I still remember there's this glitch where if you go and buy a mace, you can take out these guards at the beginning of the game that are called like watchers or something like that.
Okay.
They've got full plate mail, but they only hit you with a staff. They don't have like really good weapons. So if you buy this certain mace in the inn, you can walk up to the watchers and just like absolutely wreck them and then get full plate mail at the beginning of the game. Kind of breaks it, but I forgot about that glitch, and so I remade my character and got full plate. Good.
I loved going back to
A watcher is now dead.
Well, that's the thing. It's like when you kill one, all of them get really pissed off. So you have to do everything in that opening level, and then you kill the watcher, and then just like walk out the front gates.
That reminds me of going back to Diablo 2 before Diablo 3 came out and being like, going to the options menu, it's like 640 by 480. 800 by 600.
Yeah.
And just realizing that back then, like, you'd try and swap between 640 by 480 and 800 and be like, oh no, 800's lagging. I gotta go back to 640.
Yeah. But now it's like,
What the fuck?
I can even still remember like where certain like hidden things are, and like if I walk through the forest in this way, I'll find this like certain NPC that I'll run into and give me a quest. And it's like, I've been playing that game in like 13 years. Like, I just have not touched it. I have disc 5 of 7 sitting in my room. I don't even have the other discs, but I can remember everything about that game, and it's just so great to go back and remember it and play it exactly how I remember it. But they added a whole bunch of like crazy new classes and like all these different items, and I'm like, these shouldn't be here.
Were there expansions for the original Baldur's Gate?
Yep.
Did you play those, or
No, I only really played the original.
Well, maybe that's where all this new
yeah,
classes.
that's
and stuff
probably
was
where
from.
all the new classes and stuff, as well as it's also paired in with Dungeons and Dragons. So it's
Well,
a
yeah, that's-
dual
that's-
EXE
yeah.
booter thing. So I'm thinking they might have thrown in some of that stuff into it.
Okay.
But I really
Well,
liked it.
Baldur's Gate was always Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, it was just Dungeons and Dragons with a character, with an actual character to move around the map. Yeah. But like making my character today, I was re-rolling and like saving rolls because I was like, oh, if I can get better than 77, let's save that. Okay, we'll re-roll for about 20 minutes. Oh, 78. All right, save that one. All right, re-roll. And I ended up with like getting like 89, which is I think the best one you can get for spreading it across all your stats. It's real good. It's pretty kick-ass. It's good to play that game again.
I remember playing Baldur's Gate, but I never got far in it. I don't remember why. I think it's because by the time I played it, I was also playing Diablo, and I'd rather go to Diablo. But I can't remember.
I did Baldur's Gate before I did Diablo,
Yeah.
so that's why it's got this like neat
Because you got
place in my heart as like one of the games that I really, really, really played a lot. I think I played it on like a Windows 98 machine that came from Nortel Networks. That was like
Nortel Networks.
that was in like that weird off tone. Originally was supposed to be gray, but as it aged in like a year later, it
Turned
turned
yellow.
into that like yellowy, like weird color, and like the keyboard was I could hit someone in the face with it and it wouldn't be broken. Actually, I still
The
have
face
that.
wouldn't, or the keyboard?
The face would be wrecked, but the keyboard would still be the same. Like,
Perfect.
so it brings back this great nostalgia of like, yo, that was when I first became a gamer. So it was awesome.
I think I was too young to the point where I was like, where's the fucking action? What's going on here? I have to pause and move, and what's going on? Well, I died. What's going on with these characters? Multiple? I don't like this.
Gotta get my loots.
Gotta get my loots. Yeah.
Gotta get my loots.
Going back to it, I'm pretty sure I'd enjoy it. But
It's
so I remember getting into the Neverwinter Nights games, and those are pretty much newer versions of the sort of Baldur's Gate stuff. So
Okay. It's really good. I definitely recommend it if people have played Baldur's Gate in the past to pick it up.
if you're hearing this now, Baldur's Gate is only $5 on Steam currently. If you're watching the live version, I don't know if it'll still be by the time you're listening to the recorded version of this.
That's when I bought it.
Thank you.
Isn't it $20?
It's normally 20.
Yeah,
Sale.
Oh,
it's on sale.
Yep. Wasn't it supposed to come out for iPad as well?
I
think it did.
on iPad. I
it
own
got
it.
pulled.
You should probably play it.
It got pulled off something for some sort of something. I don't remember.
I
what.
bought it so I can still re-download it whenever I want, though.
But was it the iPad version? I'm guessing it's not the Steam one. 'Cause you can
Not
buy
the
it.
Steam one.
I
'Cause
think the Steam one is the only one still available.
Still, okay.
Oh, really? Oh,
will that game actually play well though on a touchscreen?
I feel like it would
Well,
because
it's a lot of pausing and commanding and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
well the
I guess.
combat's click based combat. So you click once and your character kind of like auto
Just goes.
does the
Yeah.
actions.
Okay.
So it would fit perfectly for an iOS device because it is just click it and leave it.
The one thing I'm going to play before I play that on iPad is Knights of the Old Republic, which they also released on iPad.
Oh, really?
And
Wow.
apparently the touch interface of that game is pretty good.
Oh, nice.
So I've never played that game, so eventually
I
will
recommend it.
Get my way through that.
I recommend playing Baldur's Gate.
Such a
It's,
good game.
Yeah, I really liked it. I know it's not Baldur's Gate, but I would like the mod community to maybe throw in some sort of multiplayer in that. That'd be pretty
Oh,
cool.
jeez. Well, you can.
Well-
You move one character, and then you're like, "Hey, Devin, now you touch the mouse and move that dude for me." And like,
Surprisingly enough, that is how me and my brother played it, like back in the day.
swap mouse.
Yeah. Well, we had two of them plugged in. We had one USB mouse and we had a trackball mouse.
That's how it's done.
My brother controlled the keyboard and he got the USB mouse. So I got the trackball mouse and it was pretty awesome. God, that was like
Jesus.
It's a long time ago.
I
it was
used
like
to
16, 17 years ago.
I used to play and roll in Counter-Strike 1.3 with a rollerball side thumb mouse.
Oh,
Oh my god.
I used to kick ass with that shit.
Yeah,
And then I realized how much better I could do without it.
You came to your senses?
Well, every time I
I
do
think
something,
there's
kick
still
it.
people that will like
Yeah.
swear by the trackball.
Yeah.
well, like
Well-
my buddy won't touch
Well, I mean,
another
trackball
mouse.
like the thumb thing. Not
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
no.
underneath.
That's,
yeah,
that's
okay.
I use the two terms interchangeably. What I meant by trackball before was the roller mouse on the bottom.
Yeah.
Now trackballs are thumb movement mice.
Oh, you meant just a mouse that instead of being
Yeah.
a laser had a
Well, it had
ball.
those like
Rust and
it had
shit on it. You're like, get the fuck out.
it had that like
That was always so
that
good. The, like,
weighted steel ball in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, all right.
That's what I had. I still have that mouse at my apartment.
those were the worst.
I
for
took the
schools.
weighted ball out and threw it at my roommate about a week ago.
Jeez.
So I should probably go find that.
Jeez.
But-
Those things hurt.
But I remember with I had like a Logitech thumb mouse thing, and I remember playing Counter Strike and having like every time I do like a cool kill, like end around, I just like spin that shit as hard as I could with my thumb, and I'd just be like, woo! And then like between rounds, you'd have me like I'd buy shit so fast that I went and like unscrewed the ball, pulled it out, rubbed the crust off it, put the ball back in. I'm like, okay, let's go, because I had like really gross thumbs.
You still have really
I still
gross
have really
thumbs.
gross thumbs. Thing is that now lasers don't matter, but
Yeah.
thumb balls, ball thumbing.
All right, Richard, why don't you finish out what we've played this week
Yep.
with your
Roll
random
it.
little stuff.
All right, technically I finished something last week, but I didn't talk about it. I started and finished 999 once on the DS. Played it on a 3DS.
Once in real life.
Once in, what? What? I didn't kill
What?
anybody. I'm not zero.
What?
That game is really good. The story was actually awesome, and from what I'm told, when you play as the other endings, shit changes completely for like what characters do and who is what and what is doing who. That sounded weird.
And who is doing what?
Who is doing
I'm
what.
going to jump right into VLR,
But,
I'm not going to play 999.
I think when I play VLR,
I'm not even going to read
Really?
it, anything about it. I just want to.
Okay.
I want to see how that fares. Just jumping into VLR.
So to be fair, when I played 999, I kind of cruised through it with a walkthrough. I think with VLR, I'm gonna just like
Play it.
sight read it. Yeah,
Yeah.
play
Oh,
it, just
okay.
blindly go in. So what I did is because the way 999 worked is that 999. you would talk to people, and then like depending on your dialogue choice, somebody would like correct you. It's like, no, it's this. So I'm gonna go this way, and it would like just if you said the right thing, you would go that path. So there's like really fucking wonky shit. Purposely, like somebody would be like, oh wait, because you had to make each person has a number, and you had to put those numbers and get a digital root, which is like adding them all, and then you'd get like, see like 1 2 3. Then 1 2 3 is okay. That doesn't work. Okay. 9 and 8, then you get 18, then that's stupid, 17, then you'd add 1 and 7, then you get 8. 8 is your digital root. You do shit like that, but then what would happen is someone would be like, oh, we need a digital root of 3. How can we do that? And there's like one clearly right answer, but then you had to choose like the correct wrong answer to fuck it up so that person thinks you're dumb and then goes down. It's some really weird shit.
Weird stuff.
So I had to follow a walkthrough to make sure I got some correct endings there, or the one, but I'm going to start it. Anyway, it was weird. But yeah, VLR, I'm just going to go blindly into there and see what the fuck happens. Yeah, so I finished that. I'm excited to play VLR. Also finished Infamous 2, the good ending of it, and then I watched the bad ending. That game is really vicious on the bad ending. Also broke the shit out of that game.
Yeah, we saw that.
Yeah, that video was a little bit interesting.
Yeah. And
by the way, what was the fix? Did you just have to reboot or what?
No, I still could control. Okay, so what happened is I died during a QuickTime event, and then I kind of sunk through I sunk through the building I was on, and then I could still run around, but my camera was spiraling out of control. So I couldn't pause it for some reason. I could have quit out of the game and restarted it, sure. But I was able to control Cole, so I ran him far enough away that I was like, hey, go back to the mission area. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then it restarted the mission. So that's fucking really dumb. But I finished Infamous 2. I want to say that game is fun, but I really hope Second Son is way more polished than that. Because for some reason I encountered like all sorts of glitches and like shit was not going that well for me. I kind of enjoyed it. I sadly didn't care much for the story until the end where things started ramping up and started making more sense and all that. But I don't know. I was talking to
Well, Infamous 1 is kind of the same way.
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah.
middling stuff to like increase your powers, and then the end is just like, wow.
Yeah.
I am a god.
But I was talking to Skin from the channel while I was playing it most of the time, and I was encountering all these glitches, and he was kind of along for the ride of me bitching through most of the game. And when you are playing the digital version, on the friends list it says Infamous 2 Digital in parentheses. Yep. I don't know if there's like some weird coding difference or the fact that it's running off a hard drive instead of a disc or something. But all the stuff I was complaining about, like he had never experienced, or just like weird shit.
Me and Kumar both played it off a disc.
Yeah,
my disc. Actually,
so I'm wondering if like the downloaded version might be like a tinge more fucked. But
that was the case with the original BioShock. If you had on PC specifically, if you had a disc-based install versus a digital install, there were actually 2 different sets of issues.
Okay. Oh, really?
Okay.
I don't really know why. I don't know the technicality behind it. But
maybe just some like weird updatey thing that didn't fully update it.
I'm sure it was. Actually, yeah, and that's I actually bricked my game because I used a retail update instead of a digital copy update.
Oh, really?
I remember that shit, yeah.
I'm so glad we don't have those issues anymore. What an age we live in.
Yeah, I don't want to say I hated Infamous 2, but part of me did not enjoy as much of that game as I wanted to.
The thing about those games is that they finish strong.
Yeah.
So you kind of get colored in a positive light with the endings of those games.
My issue with it was that because I played Infamous 1 a really long time ago, something that they kind of reintroduced at some point and later on in the game was like just lost on me because I didn't remember what the fuck they had to do with anything.
What is it? Infamous 2 came out like 3 years ago.
Yeah, the dude that comes back from...
Oh, him, yeah, okay.
I was just like, oh, what the fuck? Who's this? Like, and they're like, oh my god, what the fuck? I'm like, I don't remember.
Well, there is still dialogue. Like,
yeah. To re-explain it. But...
He's mentioned at the beginning, too.
Is he?
Yeah. But you wouldn't have known that because you played Infamous 1 so long ago. Yeah.
So,
but I actually played a bunch of Infamous 1 leading up to the launch of Infamous 2. That's a little jarring.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Because it's a different voice actor, different model, everything. So
that being said, I'm super curious to start out Second Son to know how the fuck the story leads into that, because it is like, what the fuck? I don't know.
They canonized the good ending.
Really?
To be clear.
Oh, that's okay.
Which, yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, you don't know, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Can't wait. It's gonna be crazy. So there's that.
I would have rather seen a bad
bad
ending of that storyline go somewhere. Because that bad ending, while really fucking dark, is like, yo, this is a little fucking amazing.
I can't.
It would have been really ballsy for them to do that.
Yeah.
Well, that's a different game. It's not Second Son. It's It's just MMO or something.
Sucker Punch presents fuck. It has to be in that voice, like
Oh shit.
In quotes. Anyways, also played another game which is a bit more happier than the ugly ending of Infamous 2. The bad ending, sorry. I played some Rogue Legacy, also graciously donated by by MCP, this one.
Was it?
Yeah.
I thought it was. Was it?
Yep.
Anyways.
You're thinking of On Epic from Kino.
Oh, maybe.
Yes.
Anyway, so Rogue Legacy is like this indie game where it's kind of like Castlevania E, and then when you die,
Kind of like Castlevania E.
Yeah.
I heard it was like exactly like Castlevania E.
Yeah, except for the whole point in Rogue Legacy is to die and die.
Well, they call it a rogue light.
Yeah,
Is what they call it.
Okay.
I think we talked about this actually last week, but I hadn't played it.
We were talking about like.
But I don't
I
think
think we watched some stuff on
Yeah.
it last week or something.
but I hadn't played it yet or something.
Yeah.
Having played it, it's really fun. As much as I enjoy it, I also dislike a lot about it for some reason. Mainly in the control side. I feel like it's a little bit more floaty, and there's some weird shit like when you kind of sometimes you'll be attacking and you want to like flick around to hit somebody behind you, but you'll hit back and then swipe, but for some reason your dude's gonna backstep and still hit in front of him, and you're like, what the fuck was that? Like, what? You just ran your back into him, or
some weird design choices,
or trying to like drop on someone's head, and when you push down, he kind of stabs down. He or she stabs downwards and kind of tries to hit what's below you. But it's really finicky because if you do it too early, he'll be pulling the blade back up and you won't hit. If you do it too late, he'll push the blade down, but your feet are gonna touch first, even though the blade's in his face, and you'll still take damage, and he won't. Like there's just some weird stuff with it that I can totally like imagine it's gonna get polished and be better. But because doing the combat and the fighting and the moving around is such a huge portion of it, I'd constantly get frustrated. Not to mention that for some reason the first time I booted it up and played for like the first 2 hours, it was really good, but there's like weird frame skippage, and it was being really fucked up. But for some reason, next time I loaded it up, it was fine. It's a really cool game. A lot of people are getting way too addicted to it, so it's good. It's still
awesome.
good. But yeah, Rogue Legacy. There's a demo of it as well on the person's website.
Oh, really?
Not on Steam, but on the person's website, I believe.
Continue your indie escapade through your played titles.
Yeah.
I like that indie games are becoming more.
Dan and I played something that
more.
wasn't indie.
You draw.
Dan and I played
I
some
don't
U-Draw.
want to talk about that.
Dan and I played some U-Draw.
Sweet.
It explains why THQ probably went out of it. No, it's actually
terrible.
it's actually kind of cool. It works okay. It actually works.
You're
okay.
colored because we ended with Pictionary,
Yeah.
which worked well as for playing Pictionary with your cast. The thing we started with was
Fucking burger
a
time.
fucking fever dream or something of just like, am I dead right now?
Yeah.
What?
It was like making like this connected dots, like what, find one, connect to dot 2, connect to dot 3, and like just sort of drop painting, like a dot painting.
That sounds
Yeah.
like that stupid tap game you were playing on the Wii U a while back.
yeah.
What was that game?
Oh man, that game's so good. Rhythm Heaven Fever. I love that game.
Oh my god, that game.
No,
drove me
this is
crazy.
Rhythm Heaven has like style and like a purpose.
Yeah.
This was just like the music that was playing.
Oh yeah.
I felt like I died.
Draw this tomato. You're gonna want to draw a tomato, but don't do a perfect circle because tomatoes aren't perfect circles.
Seriously?
I want to do this drawing. I want you to interpret your own drawing. I was like, what the fuck is this game?
But apparently you can just click through a bunch of stuff and
Yeah,
get a bunch
just get
of trophies.
trophies.
We
Yeah.
want you to.
There's platinums. There's
feel.
platinums for each of one of those games.
We want you to feel the tomato.
Did we even get like any trophies?
I got
for
a few.
playing
Yeah.
Pictionary?
Yeah, we got one for Pictionary. I think it was just like. Oh, I got one for adding like a community word or something.
Oh
to
yeah,
it.
okay.
But UDraw works okay. But
It works okay enough
Yeah.
for the Pictionary game, and
Yeah.
that is why I bought it in a $20 bundle at Costco
yeah, $20 is not bad.
to play Pictionary on cast. That was the
Yeah.
purpose of that buy. So
But yeah, that kind of
Success.
yeah, it's not bad. Just want to mention that. What else? I believe there's.
I think we also want to talk about his new Borderlands DLC real quick.
Yeah, well, I remember we talked about it last week.
Yeah, we did.
Because I had actually played it, but
Yeah.
I don't know if you or Kumar have anything to
I
say
haven't
about
finished it. I got farther into it.
Same here.
Yeah. As much as I enjoy that DLC, there's a certain part in that DLC that got really fucking tedious and retardedly hard. Whether it's because we're on True Vault Hunter or something, but the thing is, it was our same level.
Probably because it's on
But,
True Vault.
but the thing is that, like, even though things were our same level,
that
their
makes them
shields-
difficult.
Yeah, but I mean, their shields.
You should be fighting things like
Also-
3 or 4 levels below you.
Yeah, but also because we were 4 people in the game, I think that was also
Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't
Probably.
ramp
It does
up.
the like
accordingly.
Diablo thing where
But it
it's
was
like,
just like, oh man, there's
enemies
one.
are stronger.
Yeah, but there's like one dude coming towards us, and all four of us would just fire into it for like 2 minutes and be like, come on, just fuck it. And then it would hit us once and we die. So I think that may have ruined it a little bit. But still, the comedy was
You
fantastic.
can't blame the game for that.
Yeah, the writing is awesome.
Yeah. Well, I kind of.
You saying games are too hard is not allowed because
No,
you
no,
play everything on like hard or like.
No.
Like starting, you play on hard.
Yeah, I know, but what I mean is the reason I feel like I can sort of blame it is because if you play it on the easy mode and you're killing things that are too low for you, then it's like that's not as fun because you're just kind of like, oh, I'm just gonna shoot.
And
at
it's a
these
fun
things.
game.
No, but I mean like if you're insta killing everything.
I can't play True Vault Hunter because my guns are bad.
Oh.
And Dan won't change his guns.
No, I
Your guns are bad
I
and you
try
should
and
feel
pick up
bad.
new guns, and I constantly am changing them out. They're just all bad guns, except for the one pistol I have, but that only has so much ammo.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, I don't know. I like that DLC a lot though. The areas are fucking fantastic looking.
And the dialogue.
Yeah, everything was really, really good. Mind you, the whole game, I mean, even when it first came out, just vanilla, it was great.
Of course, people who were playing with me had to glitch the game.
Really had to glitch it.
There's a point where you get into like a warp to kind of warp you back to a closer place so you don't have to run through the level again. I warped first, and I think either everybody warped at the same time as me, or for some reason I hadn't moved after the warp. So they spawned under me and pushed out of the world and died.
Oh, really?
It's fantastic. It was good. It was a good game. Just want to say that.
You just
DLC's
love breaking games, eh, Riccio?
I love breaking stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I do it, but it happens.
Anything more worth talking about for you, Riccio?
Started playing Shadow of the Colossus again. The HD version because it is on sale for this week. I guess on PSN.
PlayStation Summer
That's good sales.
Smash
Blast.
Blast.
A lot of good stuff.
Summer Blast.
Smash sounds great, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think that would be a better marketing campaign. Of
May have
Summer
been last
Smash.
year's.
Summer Smash.
They have a different name every year.
Oh, really? They don't have
It's not like Summer of Arcade.
yeah,
They have a different name for their summer
or
stuff every
Steam
year.
sale.
Well,
The reason I wanted to bring up Shadow of the Colossus is because I've already played it before, but I want to play it again to see how it is when you play it with like smooth frame rate and a little bit HD up textures and stuff. Is what I want to kind of ask in the comments for anybody watching or listening. Is I think before the PS4 comes out, I want to try and take a look at some of the best things that I may have missed, either on the PS1 or PS2. Because I feel like because of the PS3 the way it is now, and because during the summer, there's not too many huge titles coming out right now. I want to kind of try and go back and play things that I've missed, because I feel once the PS4 comes out, I'll feel like even things that I've missed on the PS3, I won't go back to, which means the PS2 stuff and the PS1 stuff I'll probably never get to. And having grown up and never actually had a PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2, I've missed out on a lot of games. So
Persona 4.
yeah, Persona 4, Persona games. I want to go through those. But if anybody has any suggestions, post them either in the comments or tweet at me or do something.
Just attack Riccio with your words.
Just give me stuff.
Just fight those dragons, Riccio.
Fight those dragons. The thing is that people have like suggested some. I know like the Spyro games. I'm currently going through the Sly games. I asked people if they want to see Ratchet and Clank. So I'm going to cast most of this. I'm going to cast all of it actually.
You had some hard nose to Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, it's Ratchet and Clank. People didn't want that.
It's too bad. Those games are great.
People said like Suikoden. I know there's like there's a few other ones. I wanted to play Parappa the Rapper.
I never played any Prepper the Rapper games.
I heard they were good.
I feel like that is something that I have just like
Are they just rhythm games?
just completely missed.
But they were really funny. Like Parappa the Rapper and I think Jammer Lammy.
There's
another
one that works on Vita.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
PSP
What one?
one.
Okay.
Just gotta look. It's
Okay,
the only one in the PSP
I need
store.
you to
Okay.
teach
I know
me
it's
how to
Prepper the
get
Rapper.
like how to utilize my PS Vita better.
Okay.
I just feel like I am.
We can do this right now. It's a fucking gaming podcast.
So people already in the chat are kind of saying like Crash Bandicoot. I know those were some that I wanted to do. Ratchet and Clank. People say I don't know. Like I might try and play them because they're on sale right now. So $7. Maybe I'll just buy them just in case. Jack and Daxter I'd love to go through because
You should note that the Ratchet and Clank ones are just like the Sly collection, where you just get the 3 separate games. It's not
Yeah.
like one giant, like
Yeah,
the
that's
Metal
true.
Gear Solid HD
God.
collection.
Yeah.
which
Which
is
is
like you got to have all 4 gigs of this
yeah.
at once. You can't have two and then 3 or something.
Yeah. People said God Hand, which is something I actually really wanted to go to. But anyways, name some stuff. I will try and check it out. If I think that it'll be easy to kind of roll through, even if it's a large JRPG game, maybe I'll commit like a week or 2 to like just every cast, just
Get through
mashing through it. We'll see what happens. But I really want to do that. We have until like November or October end. I don't know when the hell the PS4 is going to come out to keep like trying to. We'll see at Gamescom, I guess.
Holiday.
Hollandaise. Hollandaise. I want hollandaise sauce.
Hollandaise sauce. Do you know hollandaise sauce is mainly egg yolks?
It's so yummy.
Shit's
though.
gross.
I love the taste.
Kumar, shut
What?
your whore mouth.
I like-
What?
hate hollandaise sauce.
What?
Can't stand
You
it.
shut up. I don't want to hear from
just
you for
muted
the
him?
rest of this podcast.
We already muted him. That's okay. We actually can't hear him, so we don't know if he's complaining. That's our only way of hearing him as well.
I unmuted you, Kumar.
Hate you so much.
I feel like there's something else that we. Oh, for the first time ever, I'm playing Metal Gear Solid 3. I know it kind of does with stuff that I missed on PS2. I've never really played. I played Metal Gear Solid 2. Played part of 1 on the PC like a really long time ago. Finished 2. 3 I've never played, and I'm playing it on the Vita right now, which I kind of wish I would have had the PlayStation version so I could show it to people. Holy fuck, that game is crazy! Like, I know.
Have you played any of the other Metal Gears, or is this like your first outing?
No, I've played 2 and I've played 4 fully.
Okay.
1 I've kind of a bit teased, somewhat. But
I think going back and playing those games will give you a better appreciation for,
yeah,
playing the newer games themselves, the new classics of it.
yeah. But it's
Well, playing to lead up to Peace Walker, to lead up to
Phantom Pain.
Phantom Pain. That's it. You have to play 3 and then Peace Walker.
Okay,
So
so what
it's a sequel to Peace Walker, is what 5 is.
Okay, but
Like I've played a few hours into Peace Walker, and there's stuff in that trailer that's like
Really?
from Peace Walker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
what's crazy is I played 4, and as many of you know, 4 has been kind of joked at as being a shit ton of cutscenes.
Yeah.
3 has kind of the same thing.
All the Metal Gears are that way.
Yeah.
No,
Well, yeah.
it's
That's
True.
just how they're
4 was
designed.
joked about because it came out when the internet was kind of active.
I guess.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, 4 of the cutscenes still kind of at least were like grounded in reality. I found with a lot of stuff. As weird as that is to say about a Metal Gear game.
No, 3 is just like press the start button and stuff.
No. I don't mean like that. I mean like whatever's happening in the cutscenes is like still like Modern War except for like with those.
Oh,
like,
okay.
gecko
yeah,
things
yeah,
and all
Geckos,
shit.
yeah.
In 3, like straight up, there's people with fucking like lightning powers and like dudes who like shoot hornets out of them and shit. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? This is amazing.
This game has just
And-
gotten insane.
And all the stuff that I've heard, like learning stuff about I don't know if his name is Revolver Ocelot, but Ocelot in
Yeah,
3,
yeah.
just like crazy shit he's doing with like his magnums and stuff, and like what the fuck? There's
you
so
seen-
much crazy shit in that game that I'm like, I'm so sad I never played that.
Have you seen?
It works really well on
like,
the Vita. It's crazy.
The guy who did like a completely
There's
Yeah, he's
that's a
copied it.
popular
Copied
thing
the
on the
thing,
internet
yeah.
is
Like,
to do the Revolver Ocelot.
pretty
stuff.
intense. And then there's one guy who like did it to music and like added like a dubstep in, like it turned like you see him turn the speakers on and like it starts going and it's just doing the whole thing to music. It's pretty cool.
Getting to the scene where he kind of does like Russian roulette, but with 3 magnums that he's juggling, and he's just like juggling, and he lands one, he shoots, and he tries to just pull the trigger as he's juggling, and it like I've seen the dude try and copy it on YouTube, but like to see just having that in your mind that like somebody thought of doing that in the game and having like a cutscene of that crazy shit like way back whenever the fuck that game came out, I was like, that's insane. Like there's so much cool shit in 3. There's so much cool shit. Now I understand why everybody talks about that game so highly because it's just ridiculous. I don't like not being able to crouch and walk. You can't do that. You just prone and move
You
around.
just prone
Oh.
and crawl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
But I got used to it. It ends up
It
me
is-
just
it
like
feels-
nudging the analog stick. So he's like
I haven't
stuttering forward.
played a ton of that game because
It's hard to
I
do
don't
it.
I don't like the controls
Yeah.
in those games. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I wish
Kinda
that
how
they
I
could
feel.
just be like, just here's third-person shooter controls. Just you want to see the story. But now that I've discovered that Last of Us movie exists, maybe I might try and go find some Metal Gear movies.
What?
Yeah, I feel like that would be a good movie, like a really good movie to watch.
I'm not, and I'm for people listening. I'm not just talking about like just all the cutscenes linked together, which I'm pretty sure the Metal Gear Solid 4 Blu-ray has a version of that.
I think it does.
But there's a guy on YouTube that I discovered that actually puts in like relevant gameplay parts, and you get idle dialogue and stuff in there. So I want to find stuff like that.
But
That guy only has a few. He's got some Final Fantasies, Bioshock Infinite, and Metal Gear Solid 4, but I want to find the other ones before I watch that.
something that made me laugh about the Metal Gear Solid 3 game on the Vita is that you hold. It's like the old ones where you kind of hold R1, then you bring the gun up in first-person mode, and you kind of aim around trying to and shoot people in the head. The sensitivity on that was really high, and I was actually getting angry at the game. I was like, "This is really stupid. Like, I can't even change this." And I'm like, if only there was a fucking button I could hold that would just like slow it down. And then I hit like the left trigger out of nowhere.
Really?
Like the left.
Stick.
No, the stupid on the Vita. Is that trigger? I guess
Yeah, it's a trigger.
L button. And
Shoulder button.
yeah, and it's like it slows it down and makes it super precise. I'm like, why didn't I just hit every button for the first like hour and a half of this game? It's good. It controls really well. I enjoy that game
I
way
like
too
you
much.
said first hour and a half because you've played 6 hours of that game in 2-3 hour sittings.
And both
Or I
times,
should have said lyings.
yeah, both times I woke up in the morning. I'm like, what do I want to play? I'm gonna start Metal Gear Solid for some reason. Just put some headphones in, took my Vita, and just like sat there. And I was like, I'd been in bed for 3 hours. Same thing happened the next day.
Wonderful.
But
You're hooked.
yeah, I'm hooked. That game is fantastic. I think I might actually buy the Metal Gear Solid Legacy Collection to be able to play the third one maybe on stream again after, or stop where I am right now and play 3 fully on cast or something, or just use it to get Peace Walker.
Did you just buy 3 or did you buy the HD
I
collection?
bought the HD collection and then Peace Walker on PSP or something.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, I didn't realize the
That
Legacy
must have been
Collection
during that like PlayStation All Stars
yeah.
sale thing.
the Heritage or everything, but I didn't. I don't know. I forgot what I was gonna say.
News.
Oh, I didn't realize Legacy Collection was only $49.
Oh,
That's pretty cool. Comes with like every fucking
news.
Metal Gear Solid game in existence.
Devin, settle down.
News.
News.
I feel like isn't there?
What?
I feel like there's something else that we played or something that we talked about or something this week. Can't think about it.
You got 999. You got Metal Gear Solid. You got Riccio's facial hair grows while you watch.
No, I guess that's it. Well, maybe I'll think
Kumar
about
eating salad.
it. Something that somebody in the channel wanted to talk about was Walking Dead DLC came out today, the 400 days.
Oh yeah.
You will be playing that on cast on Friday, right?
On Friday.
I shall not be playing that game.
I thought it came with the season pass when you bought it. I thought that's what I read. It does not, however. It is a $5 DLC unless you bought it from the Telltale store directly from their website, in which case you get it for free as a thank you. Have not played it yet.
Cool.
I don't know if it's good. A lot of people said it really is pretty amazing. It's a bit more vicious and violent, I think.
Ooh.
But I don't know yet. Take that as you.
Well, you'll be able to get just that episode on the PlayStation Vita when it comes out. They said they're aiming for August.
Yeah.
Oh
But
yes.
they're going to launch the rest of the Walking
Is it
Dead
free on the
there,
Vita?
too. No.
I said you just gotta purchase it.
But I think they sell you... I don't know if they're going to sell it in parts or just all in one bundle.
Oh, okay.
But I think you are able to just buy 400 Days or the rest of The Walking Dead.
well,
Or all of it together.
apparently on every system the way it works, I don't know how it's going to work in Vita, but apparently 400 days requires the base game sort of, because it's like seeded in a DLC. For Vita probably it'll be
So
different.
maybe they'll have the first episode free or something and then buy the rest and then buy 400 Days.
That's actually how it is right now on PlayStation. The first episode is free,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
They made it free so that you could just buy 400 Days and play that if that's what you wanted.
Cool.
I bought the season pass of Walking Dead when it was like $4 on a PSN sale.
Yeah.
Just in case it's cross-buy when it's out on Vita.
Okay.
Oh really? That's pretty kick-ass.
Okay,
Good
Cross my
thoughts.
fingers.
that's something I wanted to talk about really quick. I played a little bit more Dead Island
No,
Riptide.
fuck off.
No, we're done.
we
We're
don't
done.
care.
We're
We
done.
don't
This,
care.
this
We don't care.
podcast is dead.
The story in that game is
No.
No, we're fucking done.
people get killed off, and it's just like, oh, like people will act.
Did they pull a who's that guy who wrote Game of Thrones?
George R.R. Martin.
Does he pull one of those where he gets you really invested in a character and then just kills him?
No,
No, you
'cause
can't
it's
get
Dead
invested.
Island, so who cares?
No, you have like one dude. It's like, no, don't.
You
come.
could have also inserted Joss Whedon into that
Ah, yes.
reference
Okay.
sentence there.
Yes. All right.
But like characters will be like, don't come closer because I'll shoot you, and somebody's be like, oh, I'm gonna come closer now, and then he gets shot, and you're like, oh no, not that character. No one really cared about.
Oh my God, you had glasses.
And, like,
I think
everybody-
the only characters you care about are the playable characters, and you
Yeah.
can't kill them in a cutscene because
But
you're playing them.
The funny thing is, like, you'll help someone.
Just like
You'll help someone in like, what's his name? The dude I play. Oh man,
dude number 2,
I can't remember his name.
dude number 3,
The hammer guy,
dude number 4.
Sam B.
Sam B. He'll just be like copacetic, and then you go into like a cutscene, and someone will be
Copacetic.
like, "Oh, maybe that guy just died." He'd be like, "Yo, fuck this shit. Reminds me of Nolans again." Like every
Oh my
cutscene,
God.
every cutscene has him complaining about New Orleans. Every
Why?
cutscene. It's
Does he
like,
hate it? Does he hate New Orleans?
No, it's because
Was
it's,
was his parents killed there?
no every.
Did he lose a child?
It's because of the hurricane. It happens.
Was his story there?
no, but
Was her story there?
her.
I don't know. Was
I'm confused.
he a woman beforehand?
But it's the thing is
Did
like
he lose something?
I think I've heard him say Nolans that way, and it's like the sentence he'll be talking normally, and then it'll say it that way like 50 times during the game. Like it'll start raining. It's like reminds me of Nolans. I'm like, okay, that was unnecessary. You'll hit somebody, and he's like, that was as vicious as Nolans. It's like, what?
This bacon tastes like New Orleans.
Yeah, but it's like somebody who was recording the lines like, I like the way he says that. We should just keep getting him to say that for no reason. Like, oh, you picked up a gun. Reminds
Here's
you of
50
New Orleans.
grand. Just say New Orleans.
I found a soda can. It's like, I don't know. It
just crying. These tears remind me of New Orleans.
That and he just...
I think they maybe tried to lean into that Sam D character more on this game because I
Probably.
think he was the only character that people cared about from the first game, really.
And they just peppered the word motherfucker in just every sentence. just yeah, sure, we'll do
Just
that motherfucking mission.
Just a slight seasoning of motherfucker.
Yeah, and you're just like, what is going on? It's funny because it like
And
really,
we need to add more motherfucker. Bam!
it just makes that game so over the top that every time Sam B talks, I'm just like, this is gonna be fantastic.
Motherfucker.
It reminds me a lot of
Motherfucker?
English motherfucker. Do you speak
English
it?
motherfucker.
It's like they took that line and then just
made a
made Sam B
character.
around it. Yeah. But
All right, so are we going to motherfucking get on to motherfucking news?
yes, now we can.
Motherfucker.
Copacetic.
Copacetic.
So some Monster Hunter Online beta footage got shown. I was psyched because it's Monster Hunter and it's PC and it's online. However, looking at the gameplay that they showed, it pretty much looks like Terra and there's leveling up. Kind of weird. Kind of really weird.
Okay.
Just wanted to say that. Sort of less excited for that, more excited for playing more Monster Hunter to try. 3 Ultimate. Ubisoft done got hacked. And a lot of accounts and a lot of passwords got found. However,
you mean this is an elaborate PR move for Watch Dogs?
Exactly.
I'm sorry, Watch
Yo, if they-
underscore dogs.
If they did that, it would be fucking like ridiculously good PR.
that'd be crazy.
Watch Dogs.
It was really funny because
I think the fact that they got hacked and people calling it jokingly a Watch Dogs PR move is enough of a bright side to this.
it's
They're
very
like,
funny.
great.
It's funny because I was legitimately sitting at my desk and I hacked a school that was in my radius, and I have Gmail set up so it like notifies on my desktop, and it's like, Ubisoft just emailed you. I'm like,
Is this about Watch
what?
Dogs?
What? So I clicked on it. You've been hacked. I'm like, I just hacked the school. Did I hack myself?
You got schooled.
Motherfucker.
Thing about this security breach is that credit card stuff was not taken. None of that stuff.
They
got
said
leaked
it's
out.
just passwords.
Just passwords and email stuff. So you got an email if you have a Ubisoft account. Change your password.
Yep, I did.
Yeah, do it.
I forgot that I had one until that email.
Damn. Yeah, because they've kind of forced you to now with Uplay and all that weird stuff.
Yeah.
So people tried to pull an Xbox/PS, no DRM PlayStation, no DRM Xbox, all that weird crap that they pulled during like E3 and all that. Tried it with Nintendo. Nintendo's like, we can't do that because our region locking depends on our ratings and blocking for parental controls and all that. So it's, oh no, Nintendo's
They're such a bunch of fucking babies, man.
Yeah.
I hate the way they run their company.
But
How much money do you have, Kumar?
you can buy
It's
Nintendo.
not
nearly
Nintendo
as
money.
much as them, but
It's not Nintendo money, buddy.
It just
still so dumb because it's like,
He
why
takes
would you
over.
not? The only way they're going to continue making money and stay afloat in this business is by trying to listen to the people who put them there.
Oh,
Or
yeah, I
just
know.
release a new Smash Brothers.
Yep.
um
Or Pokemon on the consoles. Bam, it prints money.
Or any Pokemon, really.
Yeah, that is true.
what makes me happy is apparently on the Miiverse, people started drawing stuff to kind of express that they wanted it to be region free. And there's some cool drawings that came out of it. One of them made me laugh. It says, "No more region lock. Ask Jill. She's the master of unlocking." Because if you guys have played
Yes, Resident Evil 1. Yes.
take this, Jill. So I don't remember. I've only experienced that on my Vita because I never really played Resident Evil 1's original.
I like that somebody.
You were
drew
almost a
Grumpy
Jill
Cat.
sandwich.
Oh god, yeah. Goddamn it, Barry. Yeah, it's pretty cool stuff that came out. But yeah, Nintendo was firm on keeping their DRM. It's not really DRM, it's just region lock. That's it. There's no
Which I don't think is a
Which,
terrible thing.
shut up.
Yeah.
Other consoles are region locked.
Yeah.
Shut your mouth.
another random stuff.
If you care about
Actually,
Japanese
before I,
and other games that much, go buy one of their consoles as well.
Before I forget here, there was a question I think on either the last cast or the cast before.
Okay.
That was it was something like if you could live without one of the big three, who would it be?
Yeah, we said Nintendo.
Yeah.
Nintendo.
Yeah, it was Nintendo.
Sadly.
Absolutely.
Sadly, yeah.
I could live without Ouya, no.
Oh,
Devin just had a stroke.
Yeah. So another news.
not my Ouya. Don't break my. No, actually, you know what? Take the Ouya.
In other news, Double Fine's Broken Age, Tim Schafer's game, is going to be sort of doing. There's been like a weird kind of setup for this. What happened is Tim Schafer said that They realized how hard it's going to be to put out Broken Age in the state that they want it to be. Currently, they were talking about when the game could actually potentially release, and they were saying that they'd be probably done half of the game by June 2014, like summer 2014. And they're like, hold on, that's a fucking lot of time, and we probably don't have, like, with the money that they got from the Kickstarter, they'll need more. So what they're going to be doing is taking out of their own pockets. However, instead of waiting like 2 years to get this game out, they said what they're going to probably try and do, or what they will do now, is in January of 2014, I believe, they're going to, up until then, they're going to work really hard in getting the first half of the game out and then release it on Steam as early access, so you can play that first half of the game.
All right.
And kind of buy it if you want, like, not if, I think you're automatically going to get it if you did the Kickstarter, but other people can buy into it.
Well, he said that for those people who were promised early access and stuff, they will still get early access to the first half and second half.
Yeah, exactly.
Before their full release dates.
Yeah. But the thing is that they want to do the Steam early access that people can kind of buy into it to help them kind of pay for more of it. It's not, like, he put out a tweet to explain, it's not that they need more money, it's that they're going to need to use more of their own money. So if you guys want to help them kind of lessen that blow, is you can kind of buy it through Steam early access and kind of help out some more. Also enjoy the first half of the game beforehand. But
that's pretty cool.
Kind of neat. It's kind of interesting.
I like that there's that early access stuff.
Yeah, they're incentivizing it.
Yeah.
I think they just said that they would update the game with the other half.
Yeah.
Just like
push
months
it
later or
yeah,
whatever.
push it out.
The thing is, people kind of exploded on this because it sounded like, oh, we already took like 1.6 million or something, and we want more. But that's not what they were
at all.
Well, I think he was talking on Twitter and stuff about how they're making a bigger game than they promised as well. So
and
you shut your mouth, internet.
yeah,
the thing is that like the scope they want to do is they didn't want to like they said that if they wanted to release it early and kind of cut down on the budget, they could like take off one of the characters in the game. And the whole game is about playing as a boy and a girl kind of in different times or something and living weird. It seems crazy.
They were basically saying like we'd have it out by now, but we wanted to make it better.
Yeah, we want to make a good point-and-click adventure
game,
that is amazing. So they're gonna put the extra time into it. I don't mind.
Yeah, good on them.
If it's an amazing game and it ends up being crazy, then by all means, awesome. But if in 2 years from now it comes out and it's kind of crap, that'd be kind of sad. But I don't think it's gonna be crap. Double Fine's pretty good at putting out some.
I'm more excited for Massive Chalice. I backed the fuck out of that game. I'm excited.
That's pretty cool.
I did not.
Do you even know what Massive Chalice is?
Yes.
It's like Diablo Rogue Legacy.
Yep.
It would have been awesome if you just said no.
Zero fucks.
Isn't well, I don't mean like a side scrolly thing. I just mean like it's like
It's not Diablo at all.
2 fucks.
It's Fire Emblem.
Oh really? I thought
Yeah.
they were saying it's it
No,
was action
it's
RPG.
turn-based strategy.
Oh, cool.
That's why I backed the fuck out of it.
So it's
Minus
exactly Fire Emblem.
3
because of the
fucks.
Children growing up in the weird thing. People died.
News.
Anyway, there's that. So Don Matrick has left.
We
or
spoke
will
about
be
this
leaving, as we said before.
earlier, yeah.
Person who's going to be replacing it is Julie Larson Green, which I believe is already somebody who does some stuff for things with Microsoft. I'm sorry, I'm not really
Cool.
informed.
Great.
That
Awesome.
article says Windows Chief. You
Windows
blind
Chief.
person.
Chief.
Perfect. Currently,
They brought the chief in.
certain words I've glazed over here.
I'm going to call her the chief from now on.
I open all these tabs and read these things, and sometimes I miss a tab because
I wish the Master Chief was there.
But yeah.
That's chief. My chief concern is whether she'll be up for the job.
I'm sure she will be.
But he said Chief.
Master of unlocking. Anyway,
Thank you, Dan.
I feel like Microsoft doesn't get their wording right with a lot of stuff. And then the next thing is that the Xbox One will not release in Japan this year because apparently the way they worded it is that Japan is not a tier 1 country, it is a tier 2 country. And that to
That's
me sounds
because no one gives
such
a
a terrible
fuck
thing to
about
say.
Xbox in Japan.
it's that, yes, but I mean the wording of it saying, "Oh, you're tier 2." It's almost like,
You're scum.
It's not like they're saying they're third world or second
no,
world.
no, I know that, but it's just
Terrible wording.
What's a second world
I feel like
country?
they could have used a different, maybe just like that's not our launch window. Like that's not countries for a launch window. Instead of being like, "Yo, it's tier 2."
I think people are freaking out about this because
No.
they like to freak out at Xbox right now.
I know, it's crazy, man. It is insane to read.
I
Any
think that's
posts.
fine language.
Is Uganda a tier 2
What?
country? Is this like? I've never heard of a second world country. What is a second
No,
world
it's
country?
no, the-
second tier, so it's
yeah,
part
it's-
of their all about product. Like it's product development talk is what it is.
No,
for
I
them.
understand the tier 2 country, but I've never actually known of a second world country. I only know of
There's
first
all
world
kinds
and
of
third world.
backstory about why stuff is called third. Like, I don't remember. You can fall into a Wikipedia hole.
I
about
feel
that,
like
all
I
the
should
time.
be Wikipediaing this. To the Wikipedia.
But Anywho, that's happening. It's crazy. It's fucking minefields to read any articles that are, or the comments in any articles that are either Xbox or PlayStation related, because it is insane. You scroll down and you're like, oh my god.
People are making like straight up death threats, and like crazy stuff is happening in the fanboy universe right now.
Guess what? Microsoft is a business. They're going to release in the areas
that will make them money.
That Xbox has previously been popular.
Yeah.
Yes.
Places in Japan have stopped selling the Xbox 360 because no one buys it. It's fair to say we are not going to release in Japan because they don't buy our shit.
Yeah. But what I find funny though is when you read the comments and somebody like you'll have what I like is when you have people who write like paragraphs and it's it's well worded, and then you have somebody who retorts back to it, and it's like it's good conversation, and you'll kind of like follow down like the ticks as it's going downwards, and like the last one's be like, yo, fuck your shit, PlayStation fanboy. You're like, wow, that guy was like, he read through all that and he's like, I'm so enraged right now. or same thing like, fuck you, Xbox.
I hate you.
And it's just like, oh wow, okay.
Yeah, it seems like there's these really great debates happening, and then like somebody will just be like,
Just
fuck
real-
Xbox.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, but
It's like, what? Why do you say that?
it's kind of fun to read. Although it makes me sad that it's already quickly getting so hated on either side. Anyways, Clay Entertainment, people who make Don't Starve, who make Shank.
The Shank dudes.
The stuff and the things are making another turn-based tactical espionage game called
Another? Excuse me?
Another game, which happens to be
A turn-based
tactical espionage game.
called Shanked 2.
No, Incognita, which clearly right now all you can have is a single screenshot and a sort of concept arty looking thing.
You can sign up for their newsletter.
You can get
For Shank.
letters of news.
You're great, Sompy.
Thank you.
Currently on the Xbox Lives.
As we mentioned on the PSN,
Yeah.
they're doing some summer sales.
Yeah, so Xbox is also trying to do their summer sales, as well as Green Man Gaming's got some crazy stuff. I feel like everybody, I read
Just
this
trying to beat the Steam sale.
Yeah, trying to get everybody's money out before the Steam sales come.
It won't help the people.
No,
The
it
Steam
won't.
sales will still drain the wallets.
Yep.
Yeah. So there's some
I've
sales.
got.
Yo, all that
300
shit you just bought, we got it. $1 less.
Oh no!
I need it for Steam as well.
76% off. Yeah.
I just bought it up for the PSN, but Steam says
I
buy.
might get a better PC one day, so...
Time to drop $500 like last year.
The good news though is on these Xbox sales is that they're actually kind of decent.
Yeah, I saw that Assassin's Creed was on sale for like $14.99.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed 3, not 1.
Yeah. And Borderlands was $10. Borderlands 2, sorry, was $10. There's a lot of crazy shit going on.
That's awesome.
I feel like this is a great response to the Steam sale that normally, like the summer and the Christmas sale, that would be all that we would think about. And then as an afterthought, oh yeah, Xbox has a
Xbox
console.
had like a deal yesterday, and they have another one deal today.
But that's pretty nice. But now I feel, especially with the new generations coming out, they have to put in that competitive sale market to compete. Either like they won't be able to compete during, but like doing it beforehand is gonna allow them to be more competitive with Steam and not just be fucking rolled by them. Because every time Steam happens, it is just obscene the amount of money in games that people will pick up. Like I went from 50 games to 150 games after one sale. Like I bought 100 games that day, and I probably
the last sale they had. I slowed down a lot. I bought like 2.
Yeah, last sale what happened is I ended up buying more games for like a giveaway that I did, which was I bought.
Yeah, I fell into that trap on the last one with you.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that ever again because that was a lot of money
Yeah,
for giving other people games.
yeah,
I'm not that rich.
nope.
yeah.
That
this
one
summer I
time,
can't.
that giveaway that year and a half ago or whatever.
That was a
it's
big
not,
giveaway.
Not happening again.
Nope.
Because we're poor.
Yeah,
but
we are
anyways,
fucking poor.
the Xbox Live Ultimate sale
High five for poor.
every day. There's about 6 or 7 games on sale for like 80% off or 50 to 80%.
What'd you
off.
pick up today, Riccio?
None.
That's a lie.
Yeah, what did you pick up? That's a throat punch. Turn your head. Turn your head, buddy.
Actually,
You told me what you bought today.
Throat punch you.
I love how Sompy's
did I-
just been waiting.
what
to
did I
hit
buy?
Riccio.
The best of the Rockstar games.
oh, I didn't buy that today.
It's a today sale.
Oh, okay. Rockstar Table Tennis, but I didn't buy that today.
Good.
I bought that day one when it
At
came
least
out.
you admit it.
But
I thought you said you bought it
Throat
again.
punch.
no. I said I should.
Oh.
No, I didn't. I didn't buy that shit. It's only $3 though.
Ooh, Command & Conquer Red Alert 3.
But
That's a good game.
Yeah. But yeah, no, there's all this
It
crazy
actually
sales.
has cooperative campaign.
To kind of jump into a joke about
I can see
Xbox Live now, is that Xbox Live is supposed to be putting out some free games for you to keep every 2 weeks, kind of until end of December.
Yo, you want some AAA fucking Xbox games? Defense Grid.
So that they're giving out
Halo 3.
They're giving out
Defense Grid.
They're giving out Defense Grid, and when they announced at E3 that the games would be Halo 3 and
Assassin's Creed 2.
So they did say, like, okay, we know Defense Grid was kind of a shitty first run, but next time when we put it out, so like in a week or two from now,
When we release it,
We'll be
you'll
a-
get it again.
The second half of July is going to be Assassin's Creed 2.
Assassin's Creed 2.
Oh, that's good.
So thankfully they're at least doing that now. But Defense Grid is kind of crap compared to what we're getting on the PSN this starting time in US, which is Battlefield 3.
Like, I don't understand how Microsoft is going to try and compete with Sony in
Halo 3.
this like
Boom!
giveaway game. Yeah, that the servers
It's
are
about time they said
dying.
there's something though.
Yeah.
They won't be.
Yeah, that's true now. But like the population is dying.
Yeah.
Battlefield 3.
So people interviewed Rockstar about Grand Theft Auto 5 appearing on PC or PS4 or Xbox One, and then all they said was, well, we're kind of focusing on current consoles. We'll see what happens.
Oh,
Would you guys want GTA 4 on next-gen consoles?
I'm already going to buy it, though.
yeah, I'm
Exactly.
already gonna buy it.
That's
So
what,
I don't.
Some people, like, I'd say, like, would maybe wait for it. I know the PC...
Are we all buying that on PS3?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like some people are still going to wait for the PC version because that's inevitable. But I wonder if they're actually going to put it out on next-gen consoles because the PC architecture is kind of like really close to them. Maybe. But
it could be
I think it's
it could be a similar release window. Because isn't Rockstar known for putting in like their PC games?
like 6 months.
Yeah,
6 or
like
7
6 months to a
Not
year
Red Dead
after.
Redemption.
No. Yeah, that came out.
That is a Xbox 360 PS3 exclusive.
I know, but I just imagine the modding community with that.
I don't know why they would have done
There
this
is no
already.
modding
Why they
community
wouldn't have
for
done
Max
this
Payne
already.
3, so...
But I feel like a Western game would be great.
In other Grand Theft Auto 5 news, the 360 version
Oh, it's
will
a
be
2-disc game on the 360. Do
ruining all the titles. Yes, we'll ship on 2 discs. Grand Theft Auto.
you want to throw punch?
I will throat
Let's
punch
do
you.
this right now.
I'll punch you. That's like that's the ending of the podcast. I was joking. But yeah, so 2 discs. I don't know. I don't wonder if the second disc is gonna be like an install disc, kind of like they did with Forza.
We
and
don't
all that
care.
stuff. But
Well, they said it was going to be it was going to be a required install.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I wonder how it's gonna be.
What's with this 10-year thing?
So another news, Ubisoft. You're ruining all these things. Devin.
No, I'm just doing it on purpose.
Another news, Ubisoft is saying that Watch Dogs is so far planned as being a sort of 10-year sort of life cycle, sort of similar to
Jeez.
Destiny. They said, however, if ever Watch Dogs doesn't seem like it's going to be as good, they won't follow through with the 10-year
They'll
thing.
scrap
It's just they'll kind of scrap it. They'll just stop.
Take it about like Old Yeller.
But the reason that they're really happy about, or they're really proud, or they're excited about announcing it as like a 10-year thing, is that if any characters that they introduce in Watch Dogs, they're planning like a crazy backstory for it, so that if ever in the event that it will go for 10 years, there's gonna be some crazy in-depth story for everybody. But if it doesn't, they'll just be like, all right, well, that was a really cool game, with a lot of backstory, but they're done now.
That's cool. I'm pretty stoked for this game because
How can you not be?
I've been really into
Watch Dogs.
the app alone. So
Did you see his rank ratio?
What was it?
231.
Oh, I was
That's
trying to
really fucking good.
I was trying to hack somebody downtown today, and they were ranked 17. I was like, they were like level 40 something, or
17
Really?
what? Just
yeah, out of whatever 10,000 or whatever the fuck amount of people.
What am I at?
They're they're like in the world they were 17th.
oh wow.
And I was just like, and it was somebody who I failed against. Like my bar didn't even move. And I was
really,
like,
I'm
fucking stupid.
26 right
Jesus.
now.
Oh Jesus!
What are you at, Riccio?
I don't remember. I haven't done it in a while now. I've kind of given up.
Really? I am. I read
I'm
through.
like 18, 17 level.
Oh, really? See, I did on the weekend. I went out and I collected 392 locations,
Jeez.
and
All you gotta do is just wake that up for a day, and you're
just
like,
gotta wait that.
I
I legitimately went from like 400 to like 320. It was like, yep, these are solving the problem. My goal is to get to
top 100.
top 100. If I can get to like top 10, I'm gonna be happy.
Well, there's weekly challenges in that game, and you
I
actually
have-
just win stuff if you succeed at them. They're
It's a really
different
cool way to
every
get
week.
people involved.
I have to do a quick shout out to the chat because somebody,
Why?
Blargan Sniper, has been talking to himself for the longest time, and he asked he's been asking people like, what superpower would you want, and he just said the ability to shoot cobras out of his hands, just talking to himself. You're awesome, Blargan. Blargan, keeping the chat alive.
Just like I love how it's. Yeah, a whole bunch of.
But it's pretty funny.
I would create money.
As well as he gave us all superhero names. Devin is Wikiman, me as Captain Unity, Dan is Lord Explanation, and he didn't say anything for Kumar, actually. I'm sorry, Kumar.
The Skypeinator.
The Skypeinator. The digital explosion. Anyway,
What were you, Riccio?
Captain Unity.
Oh.
What's really cool about the Kinect, which Microsoft announced, which kind of makes me happy, is everything that'll have a stupid, like, input this 16 number code thing.
It's 25.
25? Okay.
30.
30. You hear that, Dan?
It's 25.
Each one will have a QR
Wiki
code.
man.
Each one will have a QR code that you can
25.
literally just lift up to
George
the Kinect.
Bush was born a peach.
You bastards. I'm trying to explain this, you bastards.
He said something about a peach. I don't know if this Kinect story is valid any longer.
What is a peach? James the Giant Peach? Anyway, I'm gonna
But
impeach.
no, that is cool.
I'm gonna impeach you bastards. No, but no, there's a QR.
Thank you. That actually tied in with what I said before.
So there's gonna be a
Watchdogs.
QR code that you can just lift up to the Kinect, and it'll just read it, and then just boom, code's in. Sounds awesome.
PSN has 12-digit codes.
Yeah,
That's
and a way better
easier.
keyboard.
They could have just done that, and this would have been solved so long ago.
Yeah. Or you can just.
I'm not holding it in the right spot on the Kinect to get it. It's not. Fuck!
Or Jesus, loud.
That was fucking
Well,
loud.
That's how loud you're going to yell
But
when you can't scan in the code on Kinect and there's no digit code to input instead because your Kinect is fucking
Xbox
broken.
Connect.
I wish you could read it out loud.
Xbox Scan.
Or if you do the QR code, it doesn't write out the code on screen. Like it doesn't go like, oh, let me just write that out and fill it out.
Bing Madden.
Because every time I'm casting, it's like, oh, I got to put in a code. You guys look at a black screen for a while. I'm just gonna. I wish I didn't have to do that because I'm lazy.
Bing
You
Madden.
should just think ahead, not redeem codes on stream.
That's all I hear. No. It's something that
You speaking right now. That's it.
that's it. So Call of Duty Ghosts got something that's really fucking crazy. And the way it's described in this Destructoid article is absolutely mind-bogglingly fucked. I'm just gonna keep swearing tonight. So okay, there's a pre-order DLC that you can get for Call of Duty Ghosts to give you a map called Freefall. And what Infinity Ward is gonna be trying to do with Call of Duty Ghosts is to have dynamic maps. This doesn't mean destruction like in Battlefield. However, this Freefall map is kind of intense. Apparently, it is a building falling over throughout the course of the match, and it'll kind of just break and then fall and then be in free fall. So I don't know what this means. If like you're fighting, like what is normally a hallway running down a hallway, once it's like upside down is like a falling place, and you're like firing from above or something, and the building's like flipping and shit. I don't know.
That sounds intense.
But something like that for Call of Duty sounds absolutely ridiculous, and I'm kind of psyched to see.
Too bad they didn't demo that at E3.
Yeah.
Battlefield got to show off their huge, like, a building falling over shit.
that made me pre-order it.
But I hope everything is just like vertical changing shit, like the building falling, and the other one's like a boat, and it like Titanic's where it breaks in half, and then suddenly you can look down the boat, and it's like just stupid shit where things are just like half, and then or it's like
Call
the
of
boat
Duty,
flips.
Call of Duty
How
Ghost
about
halves
that?
thing.
Opening level of Call of Duty
woof,
4,
dog.
where the boat's sinking.
Yeah,
Half a
Just
dog.
multiplayer map
yeah,
there.
and then flip the boat upside down too, just fucking everything up.
Yeah,
Just
that'd be-
take multiplayer levels from Uncharted single player. That's it.
What Dan and I were kind of
They're already
joking
on their
about.
way.
problem solved.
What Dan and I were kind of joking about before the podcast, and I was telling him this story, is it'd be really cool if Infinity Ward, EA, and Ubisoft got together so that you'd kind of you'd have this freefall map where the building's kind of collapsing and you're playing in Call of Duty, and then it zooms out to Battlefield where they're like shooting the building down and it's falling, and then like it zooms out from Battlefield to show like an entire area, and it's
It's all
like Watch
multiplayer.
Dogs.
They're being hacked.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, and just
And it just shows one guy with a single button on a smart device.
it pulls out. You're just playing it on your tablet. You're like, you guys don't even understand. Or you're Goddess. It's just like here, Molly, you just smirks. And it's like,
I told
oh
you I
my-
would make it.
What was in the cube?
No.
But it would be a
What
fucking.
was really in the cube?
Could you imagine a trinity of like EA, Ubisoft, and like Activision? Just like, hey, let's work together on something real quick. Just,
They wouldn't. They're publishers.
Here's $500 million.
no, but I mean like their companies that they're
Make
kind of
the
letting people work
universe.
together. That'd be crazy.
They wouldn't. Legal.
I know but
Because
they
legal
should.
reasons.
They should. They should just
Legal
we should-
reasons.
There should be just an Armageddon of like people dying, and the only thing they can do is get those three companies to make something together. That'd be fantastic.
to stop the apocalypse.
Yeah. Anyways, that's pretty cool. PlayStation's having a sale as well. We talked about that. Different group. We talked about that.
Coils of life.
Steam and Twitch have this new thing for Dota 2, which I just heard about right before this podcast, where you can link your Steam account to your Twitch account. And if you watch Twitch streams of Dota tournaments, you can unlock items in Dota without playing Dota.
Cool.
Just by watching. That sounds ridiculous, but also kind of cool.
I also keep getting crazy amounts of items thrown into because I'm in the Steam trading
Yeah.
card game. So every time I boot up a game, it's like you've got 14 new items in your inventory.
Did you know that there's an insane amount of shit on Steam trading card right now? I'm actually going to load up my profile because there's a lot of stuff that I own that has card things.
Oh, you mean they added a bunch more cards?
Added a bunch more. So out of my stuff that I own, I'm just going to read off what is currently available of my game list. So we have Counter-Strike Global Offensive, Borderlands 2, Dota 2, Portal 2, Don't Starve, Sanctum 2, Left 4 Dead 2, Monaco, Alan Wake, Serious Sam 3 BFE, Half-Life 2, Bitcher Presents Runner 2, Faster Than Light, FTL, Gratuitous Space Battles, Team Fortress 2, Tower Wars, Guns of Icarus Online, They Bleed Pixels, Magicka, Very Solitaire, Grid 2, Binding of Isaac, Psychonauts, War of Roses, Kingmaker, Trine 2, Blocks
What's
That Matter,
happening?
Super
What's
Meat Boy,
happening right now?
Monster Loves You, and just a ton of other shit that I don't even understand, and it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Yep.
Absolutely crazy.
You said Binding of Isaac in there, right?
I did
Yep.
say Binding of Isaac. As well as FTL, Kumar, you should be getting tons of cards.
I have, I think, 3 or 4 of them in FTL already.
I think I've got them all, actually.
Well, you would only have 3. Because you only get 3 card drops
Okay.
for yourself. Then you have to trade for the rest. Or
Not
buy
for
them.
every game. They have like a varying amount of what you can get per game. It's weird.
Actually, I was going to ask how you actually unlock them because I
It's just
haven't
gameplay
looked.
Yeah,
time,
just gameplay
yeah.
stuff.
Just game time. Yeah. Just game time with Riccio. Man, I got
Throw a
real-
Let's
punch.
see what you did there.
So that's it for news. Unless
New
there's some
releases.
Crazy shit. New releases of next week. We've
Football.
got NCAA Football 14.
What happened to Madden?
NCAA Football 14. Madden's dead. No,
He
it's
died?
It's coming out for Ignite on the new systems and stuff. That's it.
Ignite?
No. We have.
I feel like that's a bad word.
Yeah, that's a bad word. I'm gonna have to bleep that out. I'm gonna have to listen to
No, it's not.
Metal Gear Solid Legacy Collection apparently is coming out on July 9th on PS3 360, I guess, right? It's on 360 as well, or PS3 only?
I'm pretty sure it's PS3 only.
So it's PS3 only! We have...
There's a lot bunch of the stuff in that collection.
Yeah, I
is
guess
like,
so. Is Sony one, PlayStation
Well, no,
one.
the like downloadable PSN, only, like PS1 stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. As well as Sid Meier's Civilization 5 new expansion, Brave New World. As well as some weird games such as Total Recoil? Coconut Dodge Revitalized?
Yo, that's on Vita. What is it?
Total
Coconut
Recoil.
Dodge.
As well as Coconut
Click
Dodge
it. What is it?
on the Vita.
What is it? What is
And
it? What is it?
Tokitori 2 Plus.
What is it?
Is a top-down dual joystick shooter. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Cool.
And that's it. That's it for next week.
Slow week.
Slow week. And the week after, we're so excited. But anyway.
What's next week?
Shin Megami Tensei 4 for the 3DS.
Say it again.
Okay.
Shin Megami Tensei 4.
You should play Persona 4.
Yeah, I should probably get to that stuff at some point. All right, moving on to the comments on the last podcast, as well as anybody in the live chat. If you guys have any questions, that's why I said 2 weeks again, the week after that. I'm sorry. If you guys are in the chat, let us know some questions. I know we had some questions from Blarg, and I'm actually going to scroll up and read them after because they're kind of random and it would be okay to read. But starting on the comments on the YouTube channel of post of the podcast last week, we've got Mark My Gaming commenting first. Lol, this was a novelty. This is a novelty. I can't even read. I'm sorry.
Harp, darp, darp.
Harp, darp. We have James 1P2 Wyke 45 who says, I never watch / listen to the podcast. It feels like a real shame because they seem fun, but I know that I will just never have time to listen to a 2-hour episode. 2 hours is just beyond ridiculous in length, and I appreciate that you do it. I really do. Many big-time YouTubers don't do anything like as much for their fans, but a 2-hour podcast is really crazy. Could you still do some sort of live stream, but then break it up into 30-minute chunks and upload them as a few extra vids a week? Just an idea.
Yo, if you stop watching a long video on YouTube, it saves your spot.
That's true.
I know because I just watched a 6-hour one.
Oh Jesus.
Last of Us.
I don't know if we'll ever. I know we try to do shorter podcasts, but I don't know if we'll ever shrink it into little bits like that.
We were keeping them short for a little while,
Yeah.
but now that they're kind of have become, this is the only thing we're going to do on Wednesday, we just kind of go.
Yeah.
As you might have noticed at this like 2+ hour mark.
Yeah.
Whoops.
I don't know if you'll get to this answer, James, but to anybody who's listening, we will try to keep them a bit shorter usually, but yeah, we do enjoy that it's a bit longer just because it gives us the time to not kind of hurry through some stuff. And you guys maybe get to learn a little bit more about us or all that stuff. In the future, though,
Some weeks they do they are organically shorter
Yeah.
because we have less to talk about
Yeah.
and there's less news and
But I think, yeah, I don't know. As for live streams, we do. I'm not sure.
We do stream our podcast live.
Yeah, but shorter bits. I don't know.
You could just cut out after 10 minutes, then come back in after 10 minutes.
Oh man, that'd be so many videos.
No, not us. The user can do it on the live stream. Just watch 10 minutes and then leave for an hour and come back for another 10 minutes.
Okay. But in response, we will try to make them shorter, I guess, as we always try to do,
some
except
sort of,
for
like, weird podcast highlights thing. Like we have particularly funny parts.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough with our scheduling right now, I guess. But if ever at one point in the future where we do have more time, we would more than likely try to figure out ways to make like little shorter clip showy things or something. I don't know.
Did you ever release
Here's
footage
the reality of this.
Last of Us?
No,
No.
because the audio broke and it's fucked. You
But
didn't
it
hear
was
about that?
fine when we were...
No, that was the live stream one. No, I didn't do anything with
And
that.
that video quality is bad.
Yeah,
You're bad.
you should feel bad.
Here's the thing about changing up how we are operating right now.
No.
Correct. No.
We need more time, which we gain by getting more viewers in an indirect way that I don't think we're allowed to talk about. There's some contracting stuff with YouTube things that we're just not allowed to talk about it.
They took my children.
Oh my god.
The Google people came to my house and said we need a driver, and they took my firstborn.
until we have a bunch more viewers,
we can
stuff
stop
is
doing
kind of gonna be same-ish.
because unless
That's
things,
the time that we have is creating the content that is coming out right now.
unless things happen where we don't require jobs,
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
then. But right now we have to really sustain our able to live, which means we don't have much time. Well, we do have time, but we do have less time.
The free time that we have is put into what the content that you see coming out right now.
Yeah.
I'm
As
hoping,
well as live streams that you can tune into if you want more gaming stuff that isn't on the channel. I do stream
I am hoping
3
to
times a week.
get more time soon because I will not be working 7 days a week.
Ooh.
I'm in the same boat actually.
So I'm really hoping that after July, some time will free up where I can maybe make some more content for you guys, whether it be at home or coming to Riccio's or going to Kumar's house and pranking him with a GoPro on my head. Actually, I think that's a great session idea. I'm going to trademark that.
If you did that, the ending of that video would be my fist just cracking that
Kumar,
GoPro.
if you buy a GoPro and I buy a GoPro, do you want to do prank wars?
Wait, you guys
Sure.
wanted GoPros? I bought a GoPro. Shit.
What does it do exactly?
You
Rich?
guys have been eating those pills for a really long time now.
If you were watching the video version, you'd understand.
I looked at my crotch. But no,
so
what we're trying to say is if ever you guys feel like you've got an hour or two to spare and you don't need those hour or two, we are accepting time donations only to our time PayPal. And you can just send them over to us. We will take it and spend those hours doing cooler things.
You guys,
Is that a
in
euphemism?
time, right?
I want the movie in time, in my hand. No, that would
Is that a
suck.
euphemism?
It's like, oh no, we have to work this week. I'm dead. Now there's no more videos.
It's just a webcam on your corpse?
Enjoy this.
Riccio is the glue that does hold us all together.
Yes.
Sort of.
Captain Unity is probably an apt name.
Unity!
Captain Gloonity.
Ugh.
Oh, that's sticky. Anyway, hopefully that somewhat answers or gives you guys information about some stuff as to why things kind of go out wiki washy wonky.
Wiki washy
wonky.
We
We're
do
cleaning
our
stuff,
best with
yeah.
the time that we have.
Yeah.
If you want to give us more time,
There are ways.
There are
Anyways,
If we can
next
unage, that'd be
question.
super sweet. Oliver Silver says the meaning of his name is affectionate. My surname is pretty obvious, so I am affectionate Silver.
oh nice, that's pretty kick-ass.
That sounds
Actually,
pretty cool.
that sounds like a really fucking sweet, like JRPG character's name.
I wish. It
He sounds like the character you meet halfway through the game who helps you fix everything.
Yeah, who helps you? He is the like linchpin character that once you find him and free him from wherever he is, the world is just better.
Some people might get this joke, but it's like Sonic 06, except instead of lifting you up, he's just hugging you and he won't let go. He's an affectionate Silver, and he's like, it's no use.
No one plays Sonic games.
Not even Sonic
I
likes
watched,
his own
I watched
games.
Game Grumps.
Who's Sonic?
Oh, sorry, Sanic.
Sonic.
Sanic.
Sauna.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast.
You guys.
Affectionate
should
Silver sounds like a type of silverware
put-
that you would kind of like eat and then just be like, oh,
It's like, good job.
this is
Yeah,
so,
thank
this
you.
is so comfy in my hands, and it's hugging me, and it's, I don't know.
I just picture like silverware that thanks you every time you use it. It's like, yeah, thank you for that. That was awesome. Thank you.
Just like little.
Thank you.
That's awesome. I really like that. A lot of
It
people
is
actually.
the silverware from Beauty and the Beast.
Oh god. But I like how a lot of
Fucking
people
sings and shit.
actually wrote the meaning of their names in some of these comments, which is pretty awesome. But anyways, moving on to Dark Alter 2000. He said you guys should put up annotations for what game you are currently talking about.
That factors into the time thing.
That
Yeah.
factors in the time thing. Once again, yeah, we would love to do things like that. I was
We used
considering
to when I had time between classes where I had that like 2-hour gap where I used to add annotations in and like random stuff.
Yeah.
That shit takes a long time.
Yeah.
You don't understand how long that takes.
But it's tough.
Because you basically have to sit and listen to the whole podcast and then
Go back and re-annotate
okay,
it.
here
Yeah.
to here.
Which we could do, but then things would get more delayed, and then we wouldn't have time to record other stuff.
We get one podcast a month.
However, Dark Alter, I will give you that sounds like a freaking fantastic idea, and if
Thank
ever
you.
we do have the chance to do it, that might be something.
Can
that
we
you
train
will
a
see.
monkey to do that?
That sounds really. I don't think we should give into
We should
slavery.
genetically alter a monkey to
That
do
sounds
this.
like monkey trafficking.
Keyboards for hands. Monkey. We can
anyways-
call him Billy Joel.
Dark Alter also says the War Z was renamed Infestation Survivor Stories. You are playing War Z, dude.
Well, we know that.
Yeah.
We were making.
We were making
Stupid-
laughs,
stupid
about it.
jokes.
Last week I was playing Infestation Survivor Stories, and I think we were joking that it's like War Z because
Yes.
that was
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe he's just contributing to
Yes.
the joke.
Super meta
But
joke.
Wink,
it
wink,
doesn't
nudge,
cross
nudge.
in text.
Dark Alter, we're sorry for laughing during something.
Spoilers from our episode 50 of Valkyria Chronicles.
Check it out. Dry LTD comments Flock of God and Serious Soul.
But we don't know what his name
Flock
is.
of God, Serious Soul. That sounds fucking awesome. That
sounds really
I just
cool.
wish everybody was called the meaning of their names. What was mine? Mine was. Yours was
Young deer
Big
with large
skis
skis
or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, mine was young deer with large
Big,
ski.
large skis. Mine was it like Brave God or something?
Yeah.
No, yours was God Judge Brave God.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you're Brave God Judge.
Yeah, that's it. Brave God of Judgment.
And then Ricio's a hedgehog.
Yeah, something brave.
You're a-
Land urchin.
Land urchin. I thought you were a homeless little
Oh
boy.
God.
Because that's what urchins are.
Moving on. Ransom Purvis says, "Do you even rift, bro?"
No, bro.
I did.
no.
I think I
No,
don't know if
bro.
I talked about that last week. I tried the Rift free to play
Yeah,
stuff.
it was last
Yeah.
week.
Yeah, it
Did
was
you play
last
it
week.
since?
No.
Then you can't talk about it on
Shut
this
up.
podcast.
Rift is cool. I played it whenever it was.
I forgave you for the
Finished it.
999 because
He will throw punch you. I've seen him do it. He punched that lady in the takeout window.
Oh my God. He took her out. Next we have Katie Jules who says, "Hey guys, Devin, I like your hats. Do you have a favorite, and where do you get them?" That's the first question. Answer that, Devin.
Oh, okay.
'Cause these are kind of like split for people.
Okay.
oh wow,
I get my hats randomly. My girlfriend's mom makes me my hat sometimes.
That's
She's pretty
amazing.
kick-ass. And
That's so cool.
big shout out to her for making me hats. I love them. I want more hats. And then I randomly
get working, woman.
no. Well, the deal is I have to bring enough yarn for her to knit me a hat, and then knit somebody else a hat.
I thought this was
So-
gonna be something terrible. Like you have to bring enough food home for her to actually.
No. So the reason why is like, so I get a hat, and then she also donates the other hat to cancer patients. So she can make
awesome.
these.
So what you're saying is you're stealing from cancer patients.
No,
Dear
I'm
God,
giving
Devin.
to cancer patients. Hey, I was a cancer patient. So, and then I also track them down through, like I go on eBay and I search hats. I kid you not. And then I have definitely spent.
Do you buy second?
That sounds like a stupid TV show thing to do. Like, I want to buy some hats. Then the like generic internet browser hats.
just like way too much typing, and all it's writing is eBay, and it's well.
As well as a lot of them.
Wait, isn't it bad to buy secondhand hats though?
No, I never buy secondhand
Okay,
hats.
good.
I always make sure that they're like they will say factory brand
Scalp
new.
crust on my head. Anyway, go
As well as
I can feel that lace.
a lot of the hats that I actually have were my grandfather's. So I actually have a couple of like fedoras and stuff that were pre-World War II, and that bowler hat or that Irish cap I was wearing was made in the 1950s. And so I have like a lot of like really vintage
Wow.
hats that I like to wear, which is pretty awesome. I don't wear my fedoras here because I can't wear a fedora and headphones at the same time.
If you
should try.
had earbuds.
Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of where I get my my hats.
That's a good. That's a good answer.
I actually really like that question. Thank
like
you.
it. Riccio, do you do any other production stuff for work or school?
He's in the porn
He
industry.
wishes.
I do pornography. No, I just make vines of pornography. No, I actually don't. Gross. You wouldn't want to see that. No, I don't really do
6
much
seconds of
other
Riccio.
stuff. If you want to laugh, back when I was in school, every time we'd have to do video projects, I would edit them. That was something I did, I guess, before.
Do you have any of those?
I do have all of them.
Fantastic.
All the DVDs. I don't want to show them.
Really?
though.
I want to see them.
Is that how you earned all your street cred?
Some of them are in French only, though. So there's
Ah,
that.
can you put
Then I
subtitles?
don't want to see them.
Are they in black and white?
Our English ones are the best.
Are they only in black and white?
No,
Okay, can you make the French ones only in black and white?
no.
And then we can call it an art film.
No.
And then we can take it to Sundance, and you will win massive amounts of money.
No, I don't think they're like intellectually good.
Solving the problem.
We had,
no,
like-
seriously. You can take it, just put it in black and white, send it off to Sundance. I can guarantee you'll get an invite.
Actually, the first video I've ever edited myself was a music video I had to do in like 6th grade, and it's.
I need to see that.
Were you singing?
I did that spinning breakdancing leg thing where you do.
We
like,
need to find.
I
this
need to
video,
find
Riccio.
this. Can we make a GIF of this?
And also, I did like that 90s thing where you like cut the frame rate in half and you're spinning and it's like blurring and shit. It was fucking fantastic.
I need to see this.
I need to see this so
We all need
badly.
to see this.
No, and I forget what the other things were. There's like one for like Hamlet, one for something else where we had to just like, I need you to recreate this scene, but in like modern times using a camera. Let's like film this, and it was like horrible.
In black and white, where you're
No black and
smoking a
white.
cigarette.
Oh God.
It's some
Katie,
weird
thank
Eastern
you so much
European.
for asking this question.
But the funny thing is like it had to be like it was like an 8-minute project, but we'd make it into like 20 minutes, and there'd be like news breaks in between and all stupid shit because the requirements were like, okay, you have to do one scene word for word, but the rest go wild, and it was just like.
So you had
fucking-
news breaks?
Like-
Breaking news!
No, but the
In Macbeth, someone died.
No, the thing, yeah, it was like Macbeth and stuff. Like the transitions would be like, oh no, what's going on at the, like this house, and then you like cut to it. And we have like this recurring character between all of our different video projects, where it was like a murdering
Guys.
anchor woman that would just
Whoa,
fucking kill people.
Whoa, 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 guys.
It was fantastic.
CSI Macbeth.
Oh god, something just dropped. That I
I
don't
have
even.
no idea what that was. But CSI Macbeth, it's already got Horatio Caine in it.
Oh wow,
How perfect would that be?
crazy. You can't. There's no
Where did
glasses.
that come from?
I don't even know what that is.
You guys broke my table. That's part of my table.
Way to go,
Let's
Devin.
put it up here.
Where did it come from?
Here-ish. I don't know. Anyways, just deal with it later.
Watch.
Also,
The metal thing that's
Oh.
holding up the circular part.
Oh, yeah.
but I forget if there's something else. It was funny because all my video projects, I actually had video editing software, which I felt bad for because everybody else had like just cameras with tapes that you would kind of rewind and like retake shots. But yeah, I've done a lot of stuff like that, which was fun.
I did that
You
in high
still
school.
have video editing software.
I still have video editing software, and the only other thing I
Did
did
you-
before this channel was another channel on YouTube, which was my own.
Did
And
you
those are terrible edits.
did you ever compete in Skills Canada?
I don't know what that is now.
No, you didn't? Oh, okay, because I actually won silver for Ontario for videography and like video editing and stuff.
Why don't
That's
you do
awesome.
more shit, Devin?
Because Riccio just kind of like took the lead on it. So I was like, hey, I don't have to fucking stay up till 1 a.m. doing this.
Perfect.
Yeah, so I know what I'm talking about.
I can do very, very, very basic video editing, but
I just pictured
it takes me way too longer than it should because I'm a perfectionist.
Well, you saw that video I made for the like introduction thing. When we were gonna put an intro video.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, like I did that. I kind of shit all
That
the
video that no one here will ever listen to this. Will
See,
never
I'm gonna
see.
fucking release it. I'm gonna release it,
that
and it's gonna be
schedule is so
wonderful.
wrong. But anyways,
I use Paint real good.
Actually, have you seen?
Right there with you, Kumar.
Have you seen those like paintings that people will make in Paint?
And then they like speed up the camera to show
oh
you
yeah,
how they
that
did it all.
stuff's crazy.
I don't fucking
It's nuts.
understand how you do that.
It's pretty crazy.
I draw stickmen and then like crop them.
I can't even draw stickmen, really. I'm bad at everything creative.
Oh god.
Somewhere between my brain and my hand, shit just gets lost.
The creativity here is because I can talk well. That's it.
You are a learned man,
I can talk good.
motherfucker.
But just
It's like New Orleans over here.
if you guys want to see,
People can talk good.
if you guys want to
That's a little
see,
racist.
what-
I didn't mean it to be racist. Oh my god.
stop that. You're digging yourself a hole. If you guys want to see what silly things I was editing before this, if you go to /Riccio on YouTube, I used to do an Amnesia Let's Play, which we didn't finish, but it had skits before and after every episode.
Oh,
We should do skits during our podcast.
They're actually, I think they're really good.
We even had a rap song in the middle of one. It was fucking fantastic.
Were you the one rapping?
Yeah, me and other Dan.
What was your rap name?
Oh my god, we need to find these videos.
They're on.
It was like
Riccio, the YouTube channel.
No, I was like,
That's it. They're all there.
I was like, yo, check out. I know the end was like, yo, check out our next video, cause we gonna throw down some screams for yo. Oh,
I remember that.
And it was like us yelling. It was stupid.
I remember
it was
that.
So stupid. And I had like spinning pictures and shit. It was so dumb.
Your boy.
But anyway, there's that. Yeah, I don't really do any other extracurricular editing. But yeah. Anyways, moving on to the next person, Kumar. I don't know. I said that. Why haven't you been on the cast for the past few weeks?
He's dead.
It's been a very ridiculous kind of thing for me, just with regards to scheduling and such.
Yeah.
I have been pursuing a couple of different opportunities, which have kind of eaten my time in several ways and in more ways than I initially thought they would. So I've just been trying to juggle all that really, really well. Half the time, I don't even really get home until probably 11-ish. So the alternative is me not even being able to kind of join the cast even the way that I do.
Yeah.
So I figure at the very least, I get to kind of catch up with the guys, and then I get to. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
Very good.
Sorry. Yeah. So I was just saying, I get to catch up with the guys themselves and with people whoever joins us in the the chat. Yeah. So I'd rather do that than not be able to attend at all.
Yeah.
But like I said earlier, I'm hoping that once things kind of get settled, and I do transition into some of the things that I'm looking at, then at that point it'll be a little bit easier for me to actually make it out physically.
Yeah.
At which point I can make all my stupid goofy faces, and
I
myself
definitely
and
just
Devin
had
can
a-
probably fight,
I just had a
or we
really
can
good
punch Riccio in the face
joke.
simultaneously.
Yeah, that'd be wonderful. We can throw punch him.
I want to see more.
We can go for the left side of the Adam's apple. I'll go for the right, and hopefully it'll pop and just like explode out of his neck.
I'm disgusted.
Be wonderful.
Stop. Kumar, we have a second part question for you. It's kind of directed, I guess, to anybody, but more towards you, I guess. How do you feel about backwards compatibility not being present in next gen? Kind of a direct question that is.
We
sort of
have
broad.
our old consoles.
For me, it doesn't bother me at all. Think about what we gamed on back in the day.
Yeah.
Backwards compatibility never existed, right? We grew up not playing with backwards compatibility. And for me, my consoles are kept in such a way that if I really want to play an older game, it's just as easy for me to just kind
Plug
of
it in.
hook it back up.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
the only
So for me, it doesn't bug me.
the only company that's really been backwards compatible is Nintendo,
Yeah, that is true.
and more so with their
It's hardware.
portable systems.
Yeah. Well, it's also they kept the same power cables for a lot of the same things, as well as the same AV cables for a lot of their consoles. But on that note, where you said, Kumar, talking about your consoles, how you just need to hook them back up again, I actually rearranged my living room so I had all of my consoles out in a line, and I have a lot of fucking consoles. I did not realize that. I've got SNES, I've got Nintendo, Super Nintendo, N64, GameCube, Xbox original, Xbox 360, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, my Ouya, and then I have this really weird Chinese one that I have no idea how to pronounce the name of, but it's got
You have a Chinese console in your living
it's
room.
got blatant rip-offs of Super Nintendo games. It's great.
PlayStation?
Is it the Famicom?
It's not the Famicom. It's like
That's Japanese, actually. So
Yeah.
what the hell's wrong with me?
it's like it is a knockoff thing.
Oh, okay.
Is it like the
Your guys'
Polystation?
lists of consoles that you have makes me sad. I have N64, GameCube, Xbox 360, PS3.
I have some. I have pretty much those as well.
Oh, I
but
have a
just
DS and
at
a Vita.
home in random places.
Oh, that did not include my
Portable systems.
portable systems.
Yeah. I know. My
Vita,
one
Game Boy
hand
Advance.
can count mine.
Vita, Game Boy Advanced, Game Boy SP, Game Boy Color, and 2 Game Boy
I had a
Classics.
scrapbook. No, I haven't lost stuff as well. But yeah. Anyways, there's that one. Dan, we have a question for you also on this. Dan,
Ooh.
what do you think? I choked there. Dan, what do you think is the best move Sony made in getting you to jump ship to their platform? Although I think you already a huge PlayStation person as well.
PlayStation Plus.
PlayStation Plus.
I was huge into Xbox
Really?
before PlayStation Plus.
Okay.
Yeah, you were always
Absolutely.
You were never really a PlayStation person
Other than
when
Uncharted,
we first
I guess.
met. When we
I
first
literally
became
bought the
acquainted.
PlayStation 3 to play Uncharted 2.
Okay.
And that's all I had for that console for a good while.
Okay. Plus is definitely a really crazy thing.
The only things I own for the PS3 outside of PlayStation Plus are exclusives. That's it.
Okay.
It's
Yes.
PlayStation Plus was the biggest
Mhm.
step towards that. That and I kind of really like portable gaming. 3DS wasn't doing it for me, so I was like, I'll get a Vita. There's like Uncharted on that and stuff, and that could be cool. And then when the thing that was the tipping point for me getting a PlayStation Vita was like, we're going to have Plus on this, and it works between your PS3 and stuff. And I was like, all right, I'll get a Vita. I'll just have PlayStation Plus. It's turned into me buying way more games than I probably needed to anyways. But that's a good thing. They got me into their environment, and I love it there.
And just because I want to say this, I want to say thank you, Dan, for convincing me to buy a Vita, because it is, honestly, it is the perfect system to have and meander around my house. I can watch Netflix while playing it, and I'm loving the games that are on it. So, good call.
I think the main thing about the Vita that differentiates it from having like an iPad or something, which is probably a better like portable computing system because that's got Netflix and stuff on it on a bigger screen, is the buttons.
Yep.
The buttons.
That's all it is.
Yep.
That's all. Like, if the iPad had an official controller thing, the Vita wouldn't exist.
No, I definitely agree with you on that one. But I just wanted to say thank you for introducing me into the world of Vita, and now I'm dived real deep into the Sony end of the pool, and I'm really enjoying it.
Well, you are living the Vita dream, where you were just like, PlayStation Plus, that is fucking it.
Yeah, no, that's
I'm buying shit for the system.
Well, like I'm buying games that are on sale now, but
only when they're like super deep discounted.
$3.75,
$5
great.
Mortal Kombat,
like perfect.
But like that's
Done.
it. That's all you've actually
That's all I need.
bought.
Yeah, that's all I need. The only thing is, I need a big fucking card for it. So if someone out there in La La Land wants to fucking buy all of us 32 gig cards, wonderful.
If you watch the Vita subreddit,
I should probably do that.
They always post deals on 32 gig cards.
Yeah.
People are always watching on that.
Okay. I definitely will.
A lot of those end up being like American sites, though. But there are some Canadian.
Some are Canadian, some are Europe. But everyone always posts all of them that show up, basically.
Actually, Cheap Ass Gamer is a pretty good place to go to as well for that stuff. I feel like a lot of them, you can find some
Cheap
good
Ass
stuff.
Gamer actually has the like most comprehensive list of like PSP games that work on Vita.
Oh yeah, cool.
Because they've got a list
Oh
of
yeah,
like,
yeah, I've seen that. Which ones you can like download through
and
the
which ones
PlayStation
can you?
3 and
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So that's it for the questions from Katie Jules. However, she also says, "Keep up the great work, guys. P.S. My name means pure and youthful."
Oh, nice.
Then Katie Jules also commented again. Oh, one more: trophies or achievements?
Neither. I don't give a shit.
I used to care a lot about achievements. I used to try and 1,000
I'm the same
point
way.
games.
I didn't used to 1,000 point games. I was more concerned with the overall total.
Yeah.
So it was just like, I'm gonna burn through this game, just go get more achievements in something else. But since I've got a Vita, it's been more about trophies.
Yeah.
But I kind of don't care about trophies on PS3 games. It's just the Vita games, really.
I just honestly, for me, the achievements died off because I was competing with my buddy, and then I went away for a summer and worked, and I came back, and he was like, obscene amount higher than me, and I was just like, you know what, fuck this. I'm going to enjoy my games now. I'm going to play them as opposed to just fucking go through the list of achievements. Okay, what do I need to get this one? What do I need to get this one? All right,
there are certain experiences that only existed because of achievements, like doing a lot of the weird Halo legendary
I did
stuff, and that's a gameplay experience I never would have had save for achievements.
Yeah, that is true. I did that
and
too.
I do kind of miss doing that stuff, but at the same time, it's like I'm not playing so much Xbox stuff anymore. You know, we're kind of just getting into more PS3 stuff, especially now that maybe we'll play some Battlefield 3 on PS3.
Hell yeah. I'm going to go home and I'm going to buy that.
It's free.
I'm going to
do the purchase.
$0.
I'm going to do that purchase thing where I purchase it and then cancel the download.
One thing, I think either Kumar, we were talking about this during the week whenever we were playing Last of Us, is, and I think I mentioned this on the podcast as well before, is I used to really care about achievements, but now I don't anymore, and I'm kind of glad that Steam kind of made me stop caring about them. The PlayStation trophies, I stopped caring about them. Because a lot of times, like, unless, other than the ones that Dan is talking about, where you'd be forced into cooler experiences that you wouldn't have had, I felt like also the achievements were kind of stopping me from playing the game the way I would want to. Just because sometimes, say, like, for some shooters, it'd be like, oh, keep getting kills with so-and-so gun, or
it's like, I have to slog through this part because I have this gun.
Because I really want to try and do that.
And then the whole time you're playing the shooter, you're concerned, like, I haven't found this shotgun again.
So you kind of get disconnected from the game's, like, universe, and, like, just I feel like it just sort of pulls you out of it.
I feel it cheapens the experience.
I think going through that phase of playing for achievements is something everyone should have because it makes you appreciate games more.
I definitely think it's a maturity thing, like, as a gamer, not like a maturity as like a person, but as my gamer experience.
We all talk about it as something we did years ago, but that's because we're all the same age. We all did it around that same time.
And I definitely think it's a progression that people have to do to, like you said, to really appreciate designs of games. They put those achievements in. Most of them are going to be really clever. Some of them are going to be really easy. But it definitely pushes you to
Deadpool's got some achievement jokes.
To think about the game a little bit more. Think, okay, how can I do this? But now I'm more playing games for the immersion in the story, not so much for just killing shit or getting achievements.
Yeah.
Well, it's almost like Achievements was an older game that we played.
Yeah.
And we look back on it fondly, but we kind of don't care about it anymore.
Yeah,
We're not
no,
going
I
to
definitely
go back and play that game again. It's
I definitely
old.
think that's a great way of putting it. It was a meta game that we just grew out of.
Yeah.
And I think one more thing that I talked about with Kumar during like our random Skype conversation was same thing. I feel the same way with like when you watch E3 gameplay videos. Something just fell on me from the ceiling. E3 gameplay videos is like
we have to go.
I just
You got a
pictured a
you got a
giant
ceiling leak there or
spider
something?
above
no, it's like
Riccio.
a dust particle like hit me in the face. Anyway, like for example,
I don't
watching.
feel safe here anymore.
Oh.
No, I really don't. Can we leave?
No, you can't. But certain times I watch like gameplay videos during E3, and then what would happen?
Oh, you mean the endings of games?
Ending of games? But no, they'd play like a certain segment a certain way, and I feel like if I've watched that gameplay video, when I get to that part, my brain just kind of autopilots into the same way that they kind of played it because I know that's gonna work or something. Like it, like even that,
always, but
No,
yeah,
I know, but
I know what you mean.
I kind of do that kind of same thing. Like it would also not that it's horrible that it would fuck up my experience like that, but it's just sometimes I play differently. Sometimes I don't. I like when I watch gameplay videos to kind of skip through it now. If ever it's like an E3 thing that I know is going to be in the game. It sounds really dumb, but like even stuff like that. Like I know it's not achievements, but it's things that kind of alter the way that I would like organically go through the game. I think as Kumar was saying it, but
Well, like, just the perfect example of that is the hotel mission in Last of Us that they had in the gameplay. I wanted to do mine a different way, and maybe that's just how I am, where, okay, I see how you did it this way. Now, what can I do to do it? So I purposely did it a different way, just to see if I could do it. So,
well, I think that,
I feel
that
it doesn't
gameplay style speaks more to the types of games you play that are kind of that more like Deus Ex, Stalker, kind of like open-ended approach to combat.
Sure, yeah, okay.
But it's just those are the types of games you play. Like, I don't have that philosophy when I go to a combat situation. I prefer the more like, I'm going to stealth until they see me and then shoot the motherfuckers. That's
There are definitely times where I'm definitely like, okay, I just need to get through this fucking combat part, and I am just not having any of this AI. If you come across my way, I'm just gonna put your face into that wall. Simple as that.
luckily though, with the E3 thing that they showed with Last of Us, that segment was kind of not like heavily scripted during the E3 demo, but you can't like recreate that experience because it's so random.
Yeah.
So you could try and play it that way, but it will always change.
that guy could be slightly in a different room behind you, and he could be flanking you when you're fighting off these other guys.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. It's good.
My experience with that has been, I know I kind of waited here till you guys finished, but
That's fine.
for me,
Damn right. No.
I don't want to sound. I
He
don't
doesn't want
arrogant
to
or
sound,
anything, but
apparently.
I usually end up getting trophies quite naturally myself. So I tend to not, I kind of do what the other guys have already said, where I don't look through the list until I've gone through the game.
Yeah.
And it's just something that for me, I find that there's a lot of things that they put in those trophy lists and achievement lists, I guess, as well, that do get you to try something that you wouldn't have otherwise tried. So Last of Us is a perfect example. There's two things that would have made me try this. One of them would have been some sort of a recommendation by a friend. In this case, I got that. I got that in flying colors, and a trophy. So if Dan hadn't told me, if Dan and Riccio rather hadn't told me that The Last of Us' multiplayer is awesome, I wouldn't have checked it out. But I would have looked through the list and saw that there was a trophy for it, and I would have just gone for it just for the sake of it.
I hate to
So
admit...
for me, I mean, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Kumar. Sorry to cut you off there.
I was just gonna say, like, for me, like, I prefer, just to answer the question in full, I prefer trophies, because if I go through the entirety of the game and I get a platinum, that platinum doesn't change regardless of whether it's DLC or not.
Well, yeah, you can even still get platinum trophies from completing the retail trophies.
Yeah, exactly.
Regardless of DLC
I didn't
they've
like.
added.
Like, I have that same problem that Dan, I guess, does or did, where I've become a completionist in my time. And so going through a trophy list and getting 1,000 points and then seeing that it's now out of 1,250 instead of 1,000 was just like, man, like, that's dumb. Like, that's annoying.
Again, I wasn't so much about completionist. I was just more about overall score. Like, the only thing I really give a fuck about in trophies is your level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I care about. I like having the like. I don't even remember what my gamer score is anymore. It's almost 60,000 something.
Yeah.
I like having that high number.
I feel like I would be in the same spot as you guys, as I've done with my Watch Dogs game on my iPhone. I've definitely kind of taken that to a little bit more of an extreme. But I am way the fuck
230th in all of Canada.
I'm
Devin.
Bring it home, Somphi. Bring it home.
I'm just way the fuck behind you guys on this stuff. So for me to try and catch up on that, it's just not worth my time. But what I was going to say before, Kumar, is I can admit this. You are on another level of gamer than I am in certain genres. Something about what you do with certain games just comes perfectly easy to you, and you just blow through it. Where, personally myself, I hear you were calling a tail. I'm like, yo, that spot took me fucking 40 times to do it. Fuck you, Kumar. I'm going to stab you in real life.
Oh, my.
But in other times, like, I'm sure there's other games that, you know, you will have issues with that I don't. But so I think that it comes more naturally to you to get those trophies without having to work for it.
What I'm hearing now
or
is
not
that
work for it, but
Devin is going to beat Vanquish before you, Kumar.
I would give you the biggest hug, and I would take you out for a meal if you could do that.
How much is the game?
It was free on PlayStation Plus. It might still
Actually,
be.
no. I think they pulled it down.
All right. No. How much is it?
I'll give you my 360 copy. No, I will not. Sorry, I don't. It doesn't leave that pile.
If you complete, and it's not even like, this is not in a challenging kind of way, like telling you, oh, you can't do it. I'm saying if you can go ahead and do that, I will celebrate with you. I will put the cash
But
in,
here's the thing.
and I will take you out for a meal to celebrate.
Here's the thing. When I really want to complete a game, I am like a dog with a bone. I will not stop. I will not rest until I do what I need to do. And that is completely like derivative.
Let me put it this way for you, Somphi. I got through Hotline Miami. I A+'d everything without breaking a sweat. I got through Survival Plus in Last of Us without breaking a sweat.
Yeah.
The challenging games that I've played, like Binding of Isaac and everything, I've always been able to get through them. Challenge number 6 of Vanquish is the only game this generation that has frustrated me and bested me the way that
describe this
it has.
challenge. What is this challenge?
This challenge is just a consistent onslaught of ridiculous enemies that have very, very, very varying patterns. They have their patterns nonetheless. So I should stress that they're patterns regardless, but they're so varied, and they can be so. It's a consistent bombardment from all angles, from all different enemy types. You have a limited number of, or not number, but rather you have a limited ability in the sense that you can slow down time, kind of thing. Like your suit's ability is to slow down time.
All right.
But that same ability is shared with your ability to boost. So if you're boosting and then you jump into slow motion, then you're using the same meter, kind of thing.
Okay.
So you've got to consistently be moving to avoid some of the shots that you're going to take, and some of them will kill you near instantly.
All right.
And it's just wave after wave of enemy, and like I can't think of another game this gen that has done what challenge number 6 of Vanquish has done to me.
All right. Well,
you don't understand. Like I think I can get Dan to vouch for me here.
I'm excited.
There were times in Geometry Wars 2 that I was getting smoked by the game, and I still pulled through. This, though, it's like there was no hope. Like, I just don't know what to say.
I wish you did more Let's Play or casting stuff, Kumar, because I wish our viewers could understand how innately good you are.
I've seen you play
most video games.
I've seen you play a lot of games, and you are fucking great. I can admit that. Where I have to train myself to be good. It just seems to come naturally to you, and you just roll through it.
Like I said, I want to see you. I really do want to see you guys try Challenge 6.
Right.
I can't. I know I'm not good at video games. The only kinds of games I'm good at are kind of the more thinking ones. That's why I like turn-based strategy games so much, because there's no reaction time built into those.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
So
Kumar, worry about pressing A at a certain time to move that unit.
So Kumar in the chat, people are Kumar, in the chat, people are challenging you that you should play Dark Souls, and then Skin challenged you to try and beat me at StarCraft 2 as well as him at Dota.
Okay,
but
that's one of the games that Kumar is not good at. That's why let me put it this way.
I have a really, really I legitimately have like a bad case of ADD, and micromanagement just, you'd think that it would come naturally, but it really doesn't. I don't like the idea of having to control someone else. I like the idea of being on the, if I was going to look at StarCraft, I'd rather be the little Marine on the field running around
than being
versus versus having to micromanage everything else.
Yeah.
And part of why is because I just don't want to invest the time it takes to not necessarily learn, but just to understand the pattern associated with why you build certain units, why you build certain buildings, when you build them, where you get whatever particular resource. Yeah, so like that stuff.
The counters.
Anyone that I would play against in a like a real-time strategy game would probably just destroy me because I just don't have the patience to go through it all. But Dota, I just haven't really gotten into it. I tried it out a little bit. I could see where the draw comes from, and I could see how entertaining it could be.
Dota is something I've been kind of feeling that I want to try out more and more.
If you dive into Dota, I'll dive in with you. The reason why is it's one of those games I don't want to try by myself because
join me instead.
There's that barrier to entry by the community.
Well, Dota not so much.
Dota's, I hear, is actually kind of a better
I tried
community.
Dota one time, and some dude, like, the list of profanity that came out of his mouth, I don't know if he was just copy pasting from like a predetermined dictionary of swear words, but everything I did was wrong. Nice. And nobody wanted to help me. And even the other team would point out that I was doing things wrong. So
what's cool about the Dota 2 community though is that a lot of people will actually use the rate up and down people to either I forget, it's like commission or whatever. There's some, you can either do something like that, and a lot of the time people will get muted or be shoved into like a lower bracket where you only get to play with assholes for like days, and it's really cool. But anyway, to not go on too long with the podcast, started going pretty late. Kumar, somebody wants to know: did you ever play Dark Souls or Demon Souls? I know it was free on PlayStation Plus. I think you tried it, but I don't. Somebody just wants to know.
I tried it out on the PS3. I think closer to when it came out, because you guys, I think
Demons
actually
or Dark Souls.
Both of them, just either. Because I know Demon Souls was. Oh, okay, for him. Sorry.
Yeah, I tried both. I want to say,
okay.
But it wasn't. I wouldn't really say that. I shouldn't even say that I tried it. Rather, I saw them, kind of thing, and I was just waiting. Like my excuse was that I was just waiting for it to come to PC.
Okay.
I didn't like the idea of playing it with a garbage frame rate, and like that really gets me.
Okay.
So I'd rather just play any game on a PC, to be honest, but. I figured I would wait, and then I know that it's already out on PC, right?
Dark Souls.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
One, yeah.
What about
Dark Souls? Is
Demon Souls is the second one, which isn't out yet.
Demon Souls was the first one.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dark Souls is not out, or it is?
Dark Souls is, but Dark Souls 2 is coming out in March.
Demon Souls remains a PlayStation 3 exclusive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. So
Dark Souls is on Xbox, PS3, and
what
PC.
I might end up doing is I might just end up waiting for it to come to PC. And then
Dark Souls
is on PC.
Dark Souls.
Sorry,
is the
waiting
one
for Dark Souls 2. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
I might just end up because like I already have a backlog, and I've already told people that I would play through games, and now I mean MCP gave me Skyrim, so I've got I've got some cool shit to do there.
Yep.
I think that's it for questions.
I think if you were to play through Dark Souls, a lot of people like watching people play that. I think that should be the first game that you maybe try and stream or record or something somehow, because
it'll be really good.
It is entertaining to watch people be very good at that game, and entertaining to watch them fail.
Well, here I'll throw this out there, Kumar. If Dark Souls 2 comes out in March 2014, if let's say by January, if you feel like your plate is a bit lighter. And you want to spend like 3 months coming over every weekend or something and slowly tanking through Dark Souls leading up to Dark Souls 2, we can try and record that.
You know what? That's a good idea, and I'd be more than happy. Actually, that'd
Sounds
be cool.
great.
Well, I mean,
and I'd be able to help you.
How long is Dark Souls 2? Because you and I have been recording Valkyria Chronicles for
Dark Souls
the better part of this year.
With like a little,
we're like 15, 16 hours in, right?
Yeah. With a little bit of like, if I like help him out in situations where he's like really,
where do I go type of thing, to
point him in the right direction, not to do boss fights or anything for him, but just to point out some stuff. I think Dark Souls, I don't know, I think it was like 20-ish hours, maybe a bit more depending on how much you get stuck in some locations.
But that's not with being pointed in the right direction and stuff, right?
Yeah, if ever you're just rolling through it, it's like maybe 12
Put it this way, I would
less.
literally just need maybe like 20 minutes to a half hour just to get the mechanics down, kind of thing, just to understand how you're supposed to actually do stuff.
Oh yeah, well in the
That's
hardest,
what makes you
it
innately good at
tutorializes
video
you.
games.
the hardest. Oh, sorry.
It tutorializes you. Like I played through the tutorial on it, and we did a dry run, we did a dry run of it, and you learn pretty quick. You have to learn pretty quick. And if you don't learn really quick, you get smacked in the face really quick.
Well, the hardest part about Dark Souls is that, especially if it's like your first time playing and you're just doing it like organically and you don't know like, okay, where am I supposed to go? That's what makes it so hard because you're not sure which locations you should be going to or what you like, because you often have access to multiple locations and you don't know which one you should be tackling first.
Okay.
So because of the Let's Play, I'd probably be like, okay, Kumar, I think you should be go into this direction so we don't like waste a few parts of you trying to like throw your face against something and just fail constantly.
Okay.
That would make it a bit easier. But yeah, I think it'd be cool to record. I think it'd be cool to see you tackle that.
I mean, we've been doing like 2 or 3 parts of Valkyria Chronicles a week, just one day a week recording that stuff. So
Be good.
A weekend of you sitting down for like maybe a few hours or something, and then just, okay, come back next weekend, let's do this again.
Yeah.
You can finish it pretty quick.
it's true. If you do a few hours on a weekend, you'll be done in like a month or 2.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Anyways, that's pretty much going to do it for this one. Thank you, everybody from the chat, for joining us. Thank you, everybody who left comments on the YouTube. Oh, wait, no, we got one more. Sorry, MCP told me to refresh. MCP95 left a question on the video thing, on the video podcast comments on YouTube. He says, hi, Riccio, have you seen the Minecraft 1.61 horse update? In order to get Minecraft 1.61 update, you need to download the new Minecraft launcher. So I have not played that yet. I heard about it. There's horses in that game now, which you can apparently ride and stuff.
I wanted to play that.
New launcher. Oh my god.
I haven't actually played Minecraft that much since they even added the one before this with like beacons and all this crazy stuff. I don't even know how that stuff works that well. I've placed them and then tried to figure them out with like diamonds and stuff, but I need to probably get back into Minecraft to mess around with the new stuff because they keep adding some decent stuff. But no, I haven't messed around with it, MCP. But thanks for reminding us that there's constant patches for that crazy ass game. But yeah, other than that, thanks everybody in the chat. Thank you everybody in the comments. If you guys are enjoying this and you want us on the go, check out iTunes and search for Unity Gaming Podcast. You can get us audio versions there. And if you guys are watching on YouTube, check out other videos. Also, if you're listening to the audio version, check out our YouTube for some cool videos as well.
If you're watching on YouTube and you want to download the podcast but are not an iPhone user, you can go to our website.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. We have them there.
Yeah. And
EunityGaming.com.
Blargan Sniper also wants us to know, ask what superpower would we want. I forgot that he asked us that like way at the start of the podcast.
Make money.
He said Cobra's out of his arm. Make money.
I'd probably be the power of infinite knowledge.
Oh wow.
I could buy that with money.
I think like
Or I could just fucking make lead into gold.
You probably don't want to have this battle with Dan Somppi.
Yeah, his money battle is. I've tried waging that war before, and money won.
Money's the way
This
to
doesn't
go,
seem
man.
to go anywhere.
I think I'd like to teleport, except for teleport.
I could use my money to build a teleporter.
No, but what I mean
A
is
personalized teleporter that straps around my belt.
But what I mean is
I
having
have it
teleport,
implanted in my brain so I can teleport at will. I
having
have the money.
Having teleporting would be kind of bad, I think, as just a superpower on its own.
But here's the thing, Dan. I have this question for you. You have infinite money, but are your ethics really that fucked up? Because just when you said like implant into a brain, you're gonna have to go through human testing with that.
Yo, I have the money. I build a time machine, then I have the time to figure out all that stuff.
But there's gonna have to be human testing at some point in this like
It
development
doesn't
stage.
have to be. I could build human-like androids that react exactly like humans do to this kind of internal components.
Well, that's what we'll call them, but it'll
There's
just be
money.
real people.
But aren't they just like? If
I
you
wouldn't
give,
build them with a brain.
wouldn't they would have AI? Wouldn't they,
They don't have
eventually
to.
have thought?
I have
Would
money
they
to
be
solve
your
all these
zombies?
problems.
Yeah. What I would think would just having an actual superpower of just teleporting around, I think it would be cool, but it'd also be horrible for me because imagine how
How
lazy.
stuck in a wall?
No. But imagine how lazy you'd be. You'd just be like, man, I could totally go see something. Like you just teleport somewhere and then teleport back, so you wouldn't really be moving around a lot. You just get really large and just like appear places like just like a mound of meat. Just be like, food. Teleport back home, eat it. Teleport to the shower. You don't move.
Like you get what's that thing where you lose all your muscle mass by being in a coma for too long? It's a technical term for
death?
Being in a
No,
Yeah.
it's,
Death.
no, it's where you're. Is it atrophy?
I think so. Muscle.
Muscle atrophy
atrophy?
sounds like a thing.
Yeah.
All right, maybe it is.
Whatever, I got money, I'll cure that.
Cool. Obese teleporters. But yeah, Kumar, what about you? What kind of superpower would you want?
I have no idea. I think about all these cool things, but then Dan's idea just seems to fix everything. So it's like, well, I don't really know. I don't really have much of an argument anymore.
It reminds me of a GIF on Reddit that I saw today. It was like, money can't buy happiness. Money is happiness.
That is kind of true, actually.
Sort of.
Fuck, we live in a sad world.
Just makes things easier, I guess. But anyway. To everyone,
Blargan Sniper brings it up shooting live snakes again.
Yeah,
I could
cobras out of his
build
arms.
genetic
anti-cobra-
modifications to shoot snakes out of my arms.
pictured
Or
like backpack.
You gotta lean into your
I
mic.
just pictured this backpack with like a clear canister filled with cobras, and then like tubing running out under your wrist, and just being like.
That's like a rough draft of that, though.
And then
Like,
Dan would make an RFI. And anyways, we should end this here. It's been way too long of a podcast. To everyone who's been listening, watching, and doing any other wave with us, that sounds weird. Thank you for being so great. And we're gonna end it here.
Thanks for listening.
Y'all-
I'm Riccio.
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 No, I am Riccio.
I'm Devin.
I'm
Well, that's nice
Riccio.
for you.
I'm Dan.
I'm Riccio.
I'm Kumar. And take care, everybody.
Take it easy, guys.
No, I'm the real Riccio.
It's me, Riccio.
How many Riccios are there now? 4?
I'm just spawning.
Ew.
I can't stop my loins.